Starlight. We can talk about. Yeah, Starlight. Starlight.
Starbright.
Yes, so Starlight.
Speaking of Starlight, Stardom is more like it. So speaking of Stardom, let's get this out of the way.
I had not spoken on Hello Starlight for quite some time.
It's fucking crazy around here. Like, it's totally fucking nuts. Yeah, it's been crazy as far as Starlight goes.
Jenny, though, did you see Starlight's newest thumbnail? She's pissing on your hat, girl.
No.
She is. She's pissing on the mob boss's hat.
Oh, no, Jenny.
Shots fired. Pew, pew.
Let's be realistic. Who gives a fuck about Hello Starlight at the end of the day?
Hey, Starlight.
The baby of the DC.
Alright, I'll be back in 1 minute. I'm only gonna do this for 5 minutes. Before I go to bed, I just have to address this.
Pull up.
See how Daddy likes that.
Listen to the shit this bitch says.
I'm digging through cow shit to get shrooms, to get high on.
You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit, Starlight.
It's on, Starlight.
I think that's fucking funny and that's cute. Well, I can be funny and cute too.
She is a nasty little skank. That's all she's ever been.
What's the matter, Starlight? You mad?
She tries to get all this internet dick, though. Get you a little piece of it, Starlight. It's fun.
Ew.
Get your own content, bitch.
If you don't want people to respond, then shut your fucking mouth, Starlight. God dang it, you got me fucked up.
Because you're obsessed with my vagina. Literally obsessed with my vagina.
You like, Hello Starlight, you're such a fucking idiot.
Somebody go pamper her ass.
Hey, Starlight. I just deleted that little short I put up talking about your ex-husband.
I actually tried to put your ex-husband's picture as my avatar, but I couldn't get it to work. But I can get it on my community post.
There you go, Starlight. That's for you.
Fuck every fucking one of you all that goes live to defend Hello Starlight.
Really? You've been around here all these years and you're gonna be pathetic like that? Seriously?
Alright. Yeah, Starlight, basically you can just go fuck yourself.
Hello Starlight. I'm gonna say this once and for all. We're going to go real life now, Starlight. It's on now, baby.
Where Starlight's been holding the moral high ground for how long about anti-doxing?
I know, right?
See how Daddy likes that.
What a fucking lunatic.
And Starlight, when you grow a set of balls, you're more than welcome to show up any fucking time you choose, bitch. Pull up. Anytime you grow a set.
So again, Starlight, you want to play? Let's dance. Let's dance.
Yeah, just go fuck yourself, Starlight. You're a piece of shit.
Have a good day, Starlight. Touch the grass.
My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. My man with a 10-foot pole. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. My man with a 10-foot pole. Last information checks. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. Last information checks. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. So you're the needy press. Last information checks. You're the needy press. So you're the needy press. Last information checks. You're the needy press. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. My man with a 10-foot pole. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. You're just mad because I have a chat. Last information checks. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. Last information checks. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. My man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. Yes!
Please, sir? Sir? I want a lawyer. Please, I need a lawyer.
Okay, have a seat.
Bitch, sit down. Be humble. Sit down.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing on this Friday almost afternoon? Yeah, bitch, sit down. Okay, so last night I was trying to put some hashtags and stuff on the stream that I did yesterday, and my stupid ass hit the delete button and deleted my entire stream yesterday. I'm really mad about it because I thought we had a really good stream yesterday. So we're just gonna have a redo of yesterday. But Becca has released her video. So we're gonna go over Becca Scoops' video. If you do not or are not subscribed to Becca Scoops, please go do that right now. Please watch her video on your own time as well so she can get the views and all of that she deserves. So yeah, we're going to go over Becca's video and then I'm going to pull up the documents. We're going to go through some of these documents that are in the new FOIA from Nicholas's appeal. And yeah, it should be some good times. I'm going to open up the panel here in just a minute. I'm going to say hello to everybody. So, hey, Kai Sue. It's Marie Bitch. Thank you for dropping that link. Poncho, I didn't delete you. You're here, Poncho. Daisy Dead, Pink Nightmare, Lex Wonderland, Jay Thomas in the motherfucking building. We're going to try to do it even better than yesterday. How about that? Hey, Nani's, Casey May, Visions of Johanna, or is it Johanna or Johanna? Or Joanna? Maybe the H is silent. I don't know. Nikki Peaches, Joy, Lanky Tor, my baby. My baby Lanky. Love you. Batty. I love you so much. Did you DM me, Batty? You need to send me your phone number so I can get in contact with you that way. Or I'll send you mine, whatever. Or just something. I love you, Batty. Nordica, Peachy MB, Beautiful Disaster, Chrissy Dots, what the bug? What the bug? What the bug? What the bug? What the fuck? What the bug? Where my slides? I still need to play that. Fucking epic. Jenny Light. Crystal Pistol. Shilly Shally. I'm not mad about the shirt from the beach. Oh, sorry. I told you there was like nothing down there. You want a Yaga shirt? Does anybody know what Yaga is? Do they have Yaga stores out? The only one I know of is in Galveston, but yeah, back in the day, like if you had a Yaga shirt, you were like the shit. It's like, I got my Yaga shirt. And then we went by the Yaga store and it's like old lady clothes now. Yaga lost their vibe. It's all old women clothes. Anyways, Coppertown, Bridget, the Dank Harley Quinn, Joy, moderator. How sorry, did you check? No, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. Pete and Bass. Pete and Bass. I know I wrote it down. I promise you I'll check it out. I promise. What's up, Doodle Bug? I think I might already, if I already said your name, just, you get a double hello. Bryn Emerald, hello. Angel. Fine Wine. Hello. Fine Wine. Jessica Rose. Miss Fancy Pants. Messy little polka dot. Nordica. If I already said that, I apologize. Wild Bird. Bug be bugging. What the fuck? Hey, Wims. Jessica Rose. Let's see. Did I get everyone? We did a pretty decent roll call, I believe. Ooh, Stinky Socks 1984. Man, that's got to be extra crunchy and stinky if they're socks from 1984. Tyler Staubin. Skittles. Did I miss anyone? If I missed you, hello. Chrissy, hello. Anyone else? Okay, so one thing I'm going to say before, and then I'll drop the link and people can come up. Something I said yesterday, but of course my stupid ass deleted my whole live stream from yesterday, and I can't get it back. I've tried. But when it comes to the Petrie train and, the stuff that's going on there, and, people are upset with each other and fighting and all of those things. Like I said yesterday, we have to remember that these are real people that are actually relatives. They are family. These are their family. And, I don't want to make their family argument like content. You know what I'm saying? They can handle it however they want. That's up to them. That's fine. But I just hope maybe they can work everything out. Maybe once everyone cools down a little bit and is able to take a breath and talk, they can work things out. But who knows? If not, they don't work things out, and that's just fine too. That's their prerogative. And I support all of those ladies. And I will always be justice for Dee Dee, and I will not stop doing justice for Dee Dee until I feel like there's been a little bit of justice. Because, for me personally, justice for Dee Dee means, for me, once her name is cleared of Munchausen by proxy, I'll be satisfied. Just clear the narrative. This woman did not have Munchausen by proxy, and we're going to prove that today, even though it's been proven over the last week repeatedly, but we're going to go over it, and we're going to, do what we can to help with justice for Dee Dee, even if it's just using our voice to be loud mouths and make some noise so people pay attention, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, justice for Dee Dee will not stop ever until, not for me anyways, until I feel like I'm ready to stop. All right, here's the link if anybody would like to come up and we can do an open panel. Let me pin the link to the top of the chat. Also, if you will please and thank you, go hit that like button. You don't even have to hit the like button. If you don't like it, you can go hit the thumbs down. Either one is fine. I don't care. But it helps push the video out into the algorithm. It really helps the channel, all of that good stuff. So, and it's a free way to do it. You know what I'm saying? So go hit that thumbs up right now. Thank you very much. I love you all. So, all right, guys. So if you want to come up, again, I put the link at the top of the chat. I'm going to go ahead and pull Becca's new video up, which I have not gotten to watch yet. All right, hold on. She just released this about 30 minutes ago. So again, please give Becca the view that she deserves and watch it for yourself as well. So here's Becca's new video. All right. Let us get started here. Yeah, anybody can come up. Open panel. All right, so we're going to watch that video. And then we're going to read the documents. We're going to talk about the toothbrush again. But I'm going to show you guys exactly what it says in the documents. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Put it on 1.25 until, if it needs to be slowed down, I can slow it down easier. All right, guys, here we go. Oh, wait, we got Marie in the back. What's up, Marie?
Hey. Is my
How you
audio
doing?
okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it down just a smidge. Let's say something now.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see. We got Jay. Oh shit, it's a pleasure. Hey
What's up
Jay.
with the what's up? How's my mic?
It's good. It's good. All good.
Okie dokie. How's everybody in the chat doing? Please hit the like button if you don't mind.
Yeah,
Thank you
hit
very
that like
much.
button. Hit it and quit it. And then drop some toothbrush in the chat for old Jip. All right, y'all ready to watch this video? Have you seen it yet?
I haven't seen it yet. No,
I
ma'am.
have not. All right, here we go.
Yes. Okay. And how did Gypsy ask you to do that? Did she ask you to do that in a text message, on a Facebook, or in person, or something different?
Well, it was more than once. I mean, you had Facebook. We would talk about it on there. We would talk about it even on Texas.
You mentioned that how the murder was to take place, that was all up to the defendant, correct?
That is correct.
And it was the defendant that told you he wanted to stab your mom.
Correct.
And it was the defendant that told you he wanted a knife.
Yes.
Honestly, the thing is we really wouldn't have known how to poison her. Honestly, we wouldn't have known how to.
Okay.
I mean, she looked up multiple times of how to do it because she wanted to find the quickest way to do it.
Okay, so like she looked up on the internet,
Yes.
like how to kill her mom?
Yes.
Okay. And so she was looking for the easiest way to do it?
Yes, this way she would be in less pain. She wanted her mom's death to be quick.
Okay. Okay, so you wouldn't have known how to do the poisoning. And so, again, why did we choose the knife? Like, why?
The reason why we chose the knife is because I guess she thought that it'd be quicker if she bled out quickly.
Okay.
How do you feel about him now?
I can't stand him because I went from one abusive person to another. I wish he would have been more responsible. He was the first person I ever told that I could walk. And yeah, I asked him a question. I asked him to kill my mother, but I didn't hold a gun to his head and make him do it. He seemed more happy to do it than anything.
Some say Gypsy Rose Blanchard's co-defendant, Nicholas Godejohn, has been keeping a few buried secrets about his one-time internet girlfriend. These explosive secrets, including what Gypsy told him about how she ended up in the wheelchair, will blow your mind. Additionally, evidence has come to light that Gypsy and Nick exchanged over 150 videos between them, and that those videos paint a clear picture that proves Gypsy Rose Blanchard wasn't the victim she claims to be. Some are quite explicit. Some are quite horrific. We will reveal all the disturbing details of those incriminating videos, which should have been played for the jury in Nicholas Godejohn's trial. Welcome back to Becca Scoops. My partner is a veteran detective, and I'm Becca, a former psych and ICU RN. And this video will tackle the buried evidence in the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case that has come to light. In 2015, Gypsy Rose Blanchard was 23 years old when she became notorious for plotting her own mother's demise. Blanchard directed her 25-year-old internet boyfriend, Nicholas Godejohn, to aid her in that murder.
We have located Gypsy in another state. She is okay. We do have another person of interest in custody.
Friends worried for Gypsy Blanchard, who they say suffers from muscular dystrophy and is wheelchair-bound. Police found her at Charlie Goldammer's home in Big Bend.
As I know, the SWAT team came this morning, took my wife and I out of here. Something with my stepson, supposedly he did something in Missouri, which we don't believe because he went her fine.
Goldammer's stepson is 25. He says Gypsy Rose was fine and wasn't in a wheelchair.
There's nothing wrong with her.
So she's okay.
Yeah, she walks and talks and does everything fine. I don't really know anything about her except that he's and her were talking to each other online. It's his girlfriend, and he went down there to get her and brought her back up here. That's about all I know.
While Gypsy was granted a sweet plea deal, she ended up serving just 8.5 years in prison. Her co-defendant, Nicholas Godejohn, wasn't offered that type of deal, so he took his chances at trial. Ultimately, Nick was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. And this newly obtained buried evidence could have been the game changer at his trial. Besides the disturbing videos between Gypsy and Nick that we will delve into, other secrets involve Gypsy's first romantic interest, a man.
All right, I'm going to pause it for just a second. What's up, Nicole?
Hey, Nicole. Good morning. Well, afternoon. How are you?
I guess she's gonna be quiet over there on mute.
Hey,
She's probably
sorry
making her
about
way here. There she
Sorry
goes.
about that. Ooh,
Let
is
me
that me?
fix your mic because yesterday you were so when I was listening back to it, your mic was super low. So let me
Everybody
see.
tells me I'm so loud.
Well, not here.
Before we continue, now is this Becca's newest?
Yes, it
Yes,
just came
ma'am.
out an hour ago.
Oh
So
God. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was working out. Shit, what was I gonna say? Okay, good. So we can watch it together. Great.
yes, and then we'll read through a little bit of the documents here in a
But
minute.
have you? Hey, Dank, I got your message. I'll get back to you. Does that, Bree with the dirty keyboard?
Yes, yes.
Did you see the toothbrush one?
No.
Oh my God.
I'll have to go get it and pull that up.
Oh
Let's
my,
see.
you might have to pause and show that one because that is the best one yet. It is so funny.
Let me see if I can find it.
It's on TikTok, so it's Bree with the
Okay.
keyboard. I think it's the latest. It's hands down. It's so funny.
Okay, I'm gonna find it. I'll push play on this. while I
Okay,
do
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Named Dan Glidewell and her communications with him up until the time of her arrest. In newly obtained court documents, appellate attorneys for Mr. Godejohn reveal how badly Nick's trial was botched, including proof that GYPSY committed perjury on the stand. According to court documents, GYPSY sent Nicholas close to 100 videos over their 2.5-year relationship. GYPSY testified under oath that Nick scripted these videos that she then acted out. GYPSY testified that she was in essence being dominated by him. This testimony was very damaging to Nick's defense.
You also were asked a little bit about the videos that you and the defendant sent back and forth. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
And on a lot of those videos that you would send, the defendant would actually send you a script beforehand, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that script would instruct you on what to do in the videos.
Yes, sir.
And they weren't always things you wanted to do, correct?
That is correct.
But you did them anyways.
Yes, sir.
Because the defendant.
Oh, I can't wait for you to try to debunk this one, bro. Can't fucking wait. Are they still all going dark?
No, I don't know. I guess so. I think so. From the last time I looked, they all have the. But Bree went live, I guess, yesterday. So that's not being silent.
Oh, she did?
She posted a video saying, "I'm going live at 5 p.m." Blah, 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 blah.
Let me see if anyone got that.
She won't try to debunk her. She's gonna try to deflect by saying that she's not a practicing nurse. She
So
lied
that-
about what her dad.
See, Nick made her do it. Yeah, well, Nick couldn't get to her unless she paid for a bus ticket. So what was she so afraid of?
Exactly.
You know, I mean, it's like, yeah, she was not afraid. Ooh.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yes.
No.
If y'all mom locked y'all on a porch and y'all was that abused, why wouldn't y'all take that time for y'all to escape? I'm the only one missing that.
Right. And allegedly that Dee Dee had kicked her out at one point too.
Yeah, good for DJ.
So wouldn't the correct diagnosis, if you were going to diagnose anything, would to be to say like I have Stockholm syndrome?
No, because with Stockholm syndrome, you don't you sympathize with your
Abuser. That is, I guess you could consider it. She could go that route if she was actually being abused, which I don't think she was.
Right, but the reason why I brought up
Gypsy was
Stockholm
the
syndrome,
abuser.
she always found her way back, and it was so easy to take her back. So like
Yeah.
the whole Munchausen thing, I'm surprised they got away with that one. Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
still don't understand how you could diagnose somebody that's no longer here to
Yeah,
diagnose.
And these documents will prove that Gypsy is the one who was maybe, frauding her mother the whole time by trying to convince her that she needed the wheelchair. Because she says in these documents that she thought her mom would not love her if she was able to walk. So, all right, here we go.
Defendant told you to.
Yes, sir.
This testimony made it appear as if Nicholas Godejohn was a dangerous pervert who scripted videos and demanded Gypsy act them out. But that's not all.
At some point also, the defendant at least communicated to you about rape fantasy. Do you recall that?
Yes, sir.
And you weren't crazy about that idea, correct?
No, sir.
But I believe that as you described it before, you kind of just let him talk about it, correct?
Yes, sir.
To indulge him.
Yes, sir.
This testimony made it seem like it was Nick who was wholly into fantasies forcing a woman against her will, and he was the one dominating Gypsy Rose Blanchard. However, according to newly obtained court documents, along with the detective's notes who watched the videos, it's alleged that Gypsy was not telling the truth on the stand, especially when she claims Nick scripted the videos and she just acted them out. It's important to note that none of these videos were used in Nick's defense during his trial. The court document reads, quote,
Let me pause it before she starts reading. Okay, so, shit, now I forgot what I was going to say. There's a reason I paused it. Hold on, let me listen to her again.
Were used in Nick's defense during his trial. The court
Okay,
document
that's what it was. Sorry. Yeah, so over 100 videos. These documents go into depth on why Nick had ineffective counsel. And the documents just prove how shitty and how unfair his first trial was. Unfortunately, as most of us know, getting an appeal, filing an appeal, usually doesn't go through it and it doesn't work. It's just I don't know why, but
wait, so there are hundreds of videos? We've only seen like 2
clips. We haven't even seen videos. Yeah. And some of these, yeah. As we know, in a lot of these videos, including videos she sent to Dan, she was violating herself with a toothbrush.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's in the videos.
Oh my god. That's a show. Fuck Lifetime. I want to see these videos.
I know, right? Well, I don't know if I want to see the toothbrush. I can do without that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I want to see the video that they have where she says that she can get up and walk and all that. All right, here we go.
Reads, quote, contrary to the testimony and argument at trial, only a very small portion of the videos appear to be scripted by Nicholas. The official document goes on. The grand majority of videos were of Gypsy's own creation. Some of the sexually explicit videos are formatted to look like a real movie with credits at the end. There are many in which she pleasures herself using objects, including an electric toothbrush, where she appears not to be engaging in activities simply to indulge Nicholas. There are also videos in which she is a dominant character who talks about ways she will take Nicholas by force. During a 13
Ooh. Okay. It was an electric toothbrush.
I guess so. There's more than one video of her with the toothbrush. So some of them say toothbrush. Yeah.
Well, now we know why her teeth sucked. She was too busy
I
brushing
would
her
never
hair.
use an electric toothbrush again.
You'll never look. You'll never look at
5
it.
minutes ago. I was wondering why y'all were saying the toothbrush emoji. Y'all just ruined my life. Thank you.
The only person to blame for that is Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Yeah. She ruined
yeah. Shit, I forgot. Is this what I was gonna say? I can't remember. Oh, well, I was gonna say one thing. Shit. I got too many things going on in my brain. Hold on.
Starlight.
She really just made a Temu
Oh, I remember what it was.
self-pleasurer. That is gross.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nina said she's doing everything but brushing her teeth with that toothbrush. And then, like, the comments in my video that I accidentally deleted yesterday had some great comments. Like, one girl was like, I'm pretty sure she used the bristle side of the brush. I would hope not. I would hope you did not
Going
use the
home,
bristle.
throwing away all electric toothbrushes.
I'm throwing mine away. I'm throwing this away.
How long
even
until
want
Gypsy makes an OnlyFans?
Oh,
Please no. Please no.
With electric toothbrushes?
I don't know, or Japanese dildos.
Once maybe she hears that Lifetime is not renewing the show.
She's only gonna have Ryan in there watching it.
True.
She's nasty.
Nasty.
Red for yes, blue for no.
Do you want it at a high speed, low speed?
Oh
regular?
my God, Nicole.
Do toothbrushes have speeds?
Yes, I just
Yes,
got a
they
new
do.
one.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
I just got a new one. It has like 4 different settings on it.
I bet you won't use it again, will
No,
you?
hell no.
I'm throwing mine away. I'm not playing.
Well, to be fair, Jay, you don't have a vagina, so I think unless you're gonna stick it in your booty or all
Backdoor.
that.
Just the fact that I know what it could be used for is ruining it for me.
I'm sure she's not the first, and she won't be the last.
But it's just the fact that it's her.
Yeah, that. Ugh.
Gross. So you got the barbecue sauce thing and not a toothbrush.
Yeah,
It's just
and the
freaky.
fucking the baby bottle. That's why, like, oh, just wait until you hear
And the baby
Luna
bottle. She a little
toothbrushes for
spot pocket.
everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. All right.
About ways she will take Nicholas by force. During a 13-minute video admitted into evidence as Exhibit 26C entitled Demona to Sir Black, Gypsy is role-playing in her Demona persona. She explains that she is a slut with an evil streak. She can torture. She can do anything except a few things. She can't physically harm Gypsy's mother or Nick because those two people are off limits. Gypsy informing Nick she can't harm her mom is quite telling. Dr. Theodore Wasserman, who was the autism expert that examined Mr. Godejohn at length, says this is one example of Gypsy grooming Nick to do the crime.
Okay, so I want to expand just a little bit on Dr. Wasserman. Dr. Wasserman is also, there are also documents from Nick's first appeal, and Dr. Wasserman, it may be in these documents, there's a lot of pages, like over 500, so I haven't gone through every single one, but hold on, I just fucked up over here. I'm doing two things at once. What?
You need to get your life together over
Well,
there.
look,
Take
okay,
your time.
I'm having to multitask on the fly.
I know.
No, I'm fucking. I know you're fucking with me.
I'm
Okay,
just-
but I'm gonna put this in the chat, and please, people who are interested, Dr. Wasserman was the, like she said, the expert of autism or on autism, and I did a video about his testimony. So I'm going to put that in the chat, and when you have some time or you're bored, go listen to that video. It's very informative, in my opinion. So there's that is what I just said. God, not with the S's. Hey, Aqua Turtle and Hakab.
Hello, everyone.
Sorry, I hate clearing my throat on the fucking mic. But
Also, I want to
what
make
else?
an emphasis of whenever we play the intro, as usual, per usual, Becca says foreigners. So Bree, please stop saying that.
Yeah.
Bree can keep fucking running her mouth to her same 5 people. Hey, Conspiracy. She tried very hard to discredit and make Becca look a type of way. And did it work? Hell no, it did not.
Nope.
But I was going to say, so I was watching a video on Court TV or something yesterday about Brian Kohberger, the Idaho 4
Yes.
killer. And he tried to put in a defense of like diminished capacity, sort of. He tried to say because he has autism, he shouldn't be tried the same as a normal person or something like that. Shouldn't be questioned and things. Yeah. And of course, the the judge was like, no, because Ryan Koberger has an IQ of 100 and
Right.
something, 171.
Jesus.
Something. He's highly intelligent. So
Yeah.
that's very different from like Nicholas, who should have had a diminished capacity defense or taken into consideration. So I just thought that was interesting when that was brought up in those documents yesterday by Koberger's defense. Yeah. Koberger has a master's degree. I think he's just fine to go to trial. Yeah. All right, here we go.
By informing Nick she isn't able to kill her own mother, she is planting that seed in his mind so later she can tell him, remember, I can't kill her. I need you to. The court document goes on. Besides the two things she can't do, she describes what she can do. She can steal. She can torture. She can kill. She likes to drink and to be naughty. She talks at great length about how skilled she is at stealing from stores. She overwhelms Nick sometimes and can take him by force. She talks in detail about the way she can do that by tying him.
I'm sorry, I'm cracking up at this woman. Is that supposed to be Gypsy?
I know. Becca, what is this?
It's funny. Like she's got the spike collar on and everything.
So
Gypsy probably has one of those.
Gypsy likes to drink. That is a new one. I haven't heard that.
Yeah, drink, smoke. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you could definitely tell. You could tell them once. If you've been around the block where I've been from, you could tell.
Oh gosh.
To a chair or a bed.
Well, let me rewind that.
Him by force. She talks in detail about the way she can do that by tying him to a chair or a bed. Gypsy explains that she will be able to get money in the future by going to a bar and agreeing to please a man for money, but instead she would drug him or hit him over the head with a bottle and steal his wallet. She advised Nicholas that they will have to play it smart and be very careful what they do as a team because it takes skill to not get caught.
You didn't have
She
that
closes
skill.
by saying that she'll be very, very good at being bad together. There is no evidence that Nick was the one pushing for the murder. In fact, he tried to talk Gypsy out of it.
Hey,
At
Amanda,
that point, there was no time going back because from the first step I walked into the house, I knew there was no coming back. As ironic as I was trying to influence her to go with, but she never went with it. She never wanted to run away. So I couldn't get that to work.
However, Gypsy has made wild accusations that this was Nick's fantasy.
So, like, he wanted to get me out of that situation, but then a bigger part of me thinks that I could have been anyone because murder was something that he always wanted to do as a fantasy. And I think that I was perfect opportunity.
Another 10-minute video titled My Baby Gypsy and Mistress Damona's Random Video was admitted into evidence as 26H. In the video, she appears as wearing a long red wig in lingerie. She tells Nicholas that things have changed. Quote, she is his dominant and he is her slave. She says she doesn't enjoy punishing him, but it has to be done. She describes how she will reward him with sex, but if he displeases her, she has ways of punishing men if he fails to do as she asks. End quote.
Sorry. That's Ken. That's Ken's face. Where'd it go? That's Ken waking up in the middle of the night, probably having dreams of Gypsy. I wonder if he has ever had a dream of like Gypsy murdering her mom. That'll wake you up out of a dead sleep. Look at this guy.
Else to do as she
Oh,
asks.
fuck.
And
that's Ken right there. Every night. He's
I
like,
don't know how you can sleep next to someone knowing they did those things.
I know. That's Maybe that's why Ryan had her sleeping in the other room. Safety reasons.
Quote. She, his alter ego named Demona, will take away Nicholas's Gypsy. She will take away Nicholas's time with Gypsy.
One card that I have over you.
Now, thanks to the detailed account of these newly obtained videos, we have the entire context and background of this particular video Gypsy sent Nick. Quote, she threatens to punish Nicholas by refusing to allow Gypsy to talk to him for a week. She will command him to perform sexual acts on her, and he'll have to do it or she will be displeased. She praises him for being a good slave so far and continues to encourage him to do a good job. In another video.
So who was the dominant and submissive here? Actually, I think they both played they both tried to do it, but in the end it was Gypsy who was playing the dominant role. So that's all in the documents. You can read it for yourself because it talks about some of Nick's videos where he I can't remember what they all are, so I don't want to speak on those, but I know that that's in there, you know. He tried to be dominant for a while, and Gypsy was probably like, no, that's my role, motherfucker.
But I think when it comes to it, it was more make-believe in his head.
Right.
Because I don't know, like what I know about him, I don't feel that he could actually do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Conspiracy says that Nick's videos are pretty bad too. So, but I mean, they're both equally as bad. They're both bad. And Gypsy should be exactly where he is. Just saying.
Video titled Come with Demona that runs 11 minutes 58 seconds and was admitted into evidence as 26A. Here, there is no indication of any script, which is important to note. Gypsy, who is wearing a long blonde wig and using an object to please herself, is very animated as she screams loudly vulgar and explicit language.
Oh,
according to the court doc.
Wait a minute. We got Becca Scoops here. Hello,
Hey guys,
Becca.
I'm really sick, but I have to say something
you
about
sound
what you guys
bad.
were just talking about, and then I'm going to drop down because I'm sick.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, I hope you didn't get what Mitch had.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, great.
It sounds worse than it is. It's bad, but it's not like, I'm dying bad. It's just I
Right.
sound like I'm dying. Okay. I understand that Nick's videos are bad too, but you have to remember what the doctor said about all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Remember, Nick has autism, and the kind of autism he has, he learns things, he mimics behavior. He mimics what Gypsy's doing in her videos. It's kind of a tit for tat.
Yeah.
It's not so much that Nick was into those things, which I'm sure some of it he was, but basically because of his disability, he's taking his social cues from her.
And if you read Dr. W's testimony, which I posted, I did a video where I read through it. I put it in here, and it talks about all that.
Right.
So it's very important to read that. And Dr. W was not. This is the appeal. Like he wasn't. Dr. W is not the guy who took the stand during the trial. That was a different doctor who didn't represent Nick in the proper way.
Yes,
It
that
blows
guy was
my
not an
mind.
expert in autism. The guy, it was crazy that they didn't have in the actual trial Dr. Wasserman. But
Well, reading through these documents and reading, their arguments, which are so valid in how he did not have a fair trial, or what do they call it? Ineffective counsel. And I know it's hard to get an appeal. Most people do not get an appeal after their crime or after their
And you want to
sentence.
know why? And you want to know why? Here's one of the big reasons why appeals are so hard to get, because you had 12 jurors convict somebody, and to overturn that, the will of the people, you have to show something extraordinary, and you have to have like a really good attorney that finds new evidence. So even proving this, even my video proving all of this, probably won't, it's not going to matter. It's
Even the
sad.
documents themselves that they put in for the appeal, like, are it proves ineffective counsel, but
Totally.
because of what you're saying on,
Yeah.
I don't know much about this stuff, but I do know, like, it's almost impossible to get an appeal.
It's impossible. It rarely happens. So, if you got 12 jurors, and then the kind of thing is like, well, you had your chance at trial. Why didn't you bring that stuff up at trial? And then it's like, well, the argument is ineffective counsel. The lawyers sucked, And
Yeah. They did not do their job. Like, they failed so badly.
They could have ripped GYPSY up so many ways. Now that I see all this other evidence,
Yeah.
that's in this video that I just made, I'm like, oh my God, they could have tore her up.
And in the trial, is one video played? Even one? No.
They do the text,
Yeah,
and
they
I'll
do
get
the
into that
text and that's
later.
it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'll get into that later in the later part of this video, but
Yeah.
you'll see why when the jury sees those texts, how the prosecution was painting it one way, and you'll see how, oh, they just believed Nicholas was the dominant guy, he was the monster, he was the pervert, and she was the victim. That's what the jury thought.
Am I right that they're cherry picked the text messages? Because I don't believe they read them one for, because you need to, when you read them, you've got to read from the very first one to the very last one.
They didn't do that. They didn't do that. So they cherry picked them, and they have a right to do that. They're trying to win a case.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're trying to win a
'cause it
case,
was,
but so it's like what
see,
his
the prosecution did that, so the defense should have rebutted
exactly
with the actual full text messages.
exactly. The defense should have come up and say, well, let's read all the text.
Yes. It's sad, and I don't know if you heard me earlier talking about Brian Koberger,
Yeah.
and did you hear me say that?
No, I didn't hear that.
Oh, well, I was watching something, because there's a lot of stuff coming out. His defense, because, his defense is trying to reach at anything they can.
Right.
They tried to get the because he has autism, but he's level 1 with 171 IQ.
Super smart. Yeah.
Yeah, has a master's degree, but they still tried. Like, Nick's didn't.
No.
And he actually has diminished capacity.
Right.
Oh, makes me mad.
It's so infuriating. So any videos that any other people might bring out to try to rebut my video, you know who I'm talking about.
I can't wait.
Me too. I can't wait, because there's this video. I don't see how you can debunk any
You
part of it.
You can't.
It's just from court documents.
It's in black. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
But remember that Nick has autism, and so I could do a video and make him look really bad. Do you know what I mean? I could do that, but that would be unethical, because you have to take everything in context. What is his disability? What does his disability mean? Well, he learns social cues through videos, through mimicking others. So that's all I wanted to say, and I'm going to jump down.
Okay, thank you for coming up, Becca.
Yes, no problem, you guys.
I'm so excited for this video.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye. All right, who else is back here? We got Justice for the Toothbrush right here, Casey May.
Help me. I need help.
It's stank down here. It stank. Oof. Hope she used some mouthwash after that.
Documents, there are many other examples of non-scripted videos in which GYPSY displays this explicit behavior. Another compilation admitted into evidence as 26E, entitled "A Special Video for Our King Nick," runs just over 19 minutes. In this video, Gypsy tells Nicholas that she dreams about him, and although other men hit on her, she only wants him. She explains that he is perfect to her, and when Nicholas looks at her, it is like he sees every thought in her head and sees her emotions. They are soulmates and perfect for each other. It should be noted Gypsy pleasures herself in both videos using an electric toothbrush. That fact will become important later on.
Oh, it's gonna
In
be
an 8-minute.
Oh, I know why. I bet I already know why. But I'm sorry. Fucking toothbrush. I'm never gonna get over that. I'm gonna be stuck on the Barney doll. I'm gonna be stuck on the baby bottle. And now I'm gonna be stuck on this fucking barbecue and toothbrush sex.
Yes, we need like to make a Barney doll with accessories.
And that's the accessories.
Yes.
A barbecue sauce a bottle, a
Toothbrush.
toothbrush.
A bottle.
Yeah, with a clear nipple.
A
She
Japanese
prefers the clear.
dildo.
A Japanese a BB gun. A wheelchair.
Oh, don't forget the Pepsi.
Oh yeah, you can't forget about the damn Pepsi. Hey Quiche. All right, here we go.
Minute video titled My Mistress Damona's Video to Me, Damona addresses Nicholas as her slave and informs him there are new rules and that her punishment of him will be extreme. She will take him by force with a phallic type device. She'll be meaner and meaner until he submits to her. Because Mr. Godejohn's trial attorneys failed to investigate and present this evidence, the jury never heard or saw this information, which would have countered the state's theory about the crime and Mr. Godejohn's role in it. In 2011, when Gypsy was 19 years old, she had a romantic relationship with a man named Dan Glidewell. This
Yes.
was a full year before she met.
Yeah, she does say she's gonna rape Nick with a strap on.
What?
Yeah, we're
what I
gonna.
thought I just heard.
Yeah, when this is over, we're gonna read the actual document, like word for word.
Good grief.
She
I'm
said she was
telling
going to
you,
overtake him with a phallic device, and I'm like, did she just say she was going to peg him?
Now that scene from Life After Lockup when her and Ken were in the bedroom and she's like, I like to, like, we just lay there with our butts touching and he's like, don't touch my butt. And she's like, there was like an awkwardness right there in that situation. Now that makes perfect sense.
Sorry, that's funny. But Ken might like it. He maybe just wasn't in the mood.
Or maybe she hurt him the night before.
And I think that's why she's like, we've got to get rid of all the condiments. She's always throwing things away in the refrigerator. I think she, can't help herself. She can't be around the mayonnaise and, the ketchup bottle, these phallic objects also, like, who knows what she's sticking up there
It
now.
might be a tempting situation for her.
She's, ugh.
What?
Yes, exactly. A tempting situation. So she's like, let's just throw it all away. I can't be around the condiments. Put your toothbrush, lock your toothbrush in the drawer. You got to lock it. Ken. Ugh.
At Nicholas
probably took that
Godejohn.
hairbrush too.
However,
Oh,
here's Gypsy
the hairbrush.
testifying that she
Yeah. Ugh. What'd you do with that hairbrush later? I hope you did throw it in the garbage. No phallic objects around Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
at Nicholas Godejohn. However, here's Gypsy testifying that she had no prior boyfriends.
Gypsy, how many boyfriends did you have prior to Nick?
None.
However, in her memoir, My Time to Stand, Gypsy admits Dan Glidewell was her boyfriend.
Mama was in the kitchen, and I was in the ensuite bathroom, pacing around the tiled floor while talking to Dan, like any typical teenage girl swooning over a boyfriend.
Then there's Mr. Glidewell's sworn testimony. Dan Glidewell testified at a pretrial hearing that he is from Springfield and lived there continuously from 2010 or 2011. He testified he met Gypsy at a VisiCon in Springfield in the late winter or spring of 2011. They communicated over Skype, Facebook, and VoIP. She told him that her mother made her use the wheelchair, which made her weak, but she is not really sick. The relationship evolved into a sexual one. They engaged in sexting and exchanged explicit pictures and videos. In one video to Mr. Glidewell, Gypsy pleasures herself using an electric tooth.
Sorry, these visuals are cracking me up. Yeah. So she's sending Dan toothbrush videos. This is his reaction.
Exchange explicit
hiding under the blanket. He's like, oh, fuck. What did I just get myself into?
I'd have thrown my damn phone across the room.
Pictures and videos.
You look
In
scared.
one video to
He looks scared. Sorry.
Mr. Glidewell, Gypsy pleasures herself using an electric toothbrush. Glidewell had no way of knowing what was in the videos between Gypsy and Nick, so Dan's testimony about Gypsy's penchant for using an electric toothbrush is quite telling. It proves Gypsy was no novice when it came to producing explicit type videos, including using phallic objects long before she met Nick Godejohn. According to court documents, Gypsy videoed herself with electric toothbrushes and numerous videos to Nick too. Except Gypsy claims using the toothbrush was something Nick made her do.
Yeah, you
that
liar.
He
Boom. Mic drop, another lie. Debunked. You were sending Dan toothbrush videos, Gypsy.
Oh, yeah. So Nick didn't make her do some stuff if she was sending it prior.
Mm-mm.
Wah.
Yep.
Did that for her to do.
As elaborate as the details of his fantasy realms, Nick would send me scripts to act out, direct my dialogue and costuming, and demand unusual sexual behaviors with phallic objects, while contorting my body so my parts were exposed like parts under the hood of a rusty old car.
That was all you, girl. That was all you with your snatch in the camera with a fucking toothbrush. That was your idea. You'd probably done it thousands of times before. And where was Dee Dee? Did Dee Dee ever catch you with that toothbrush?
That's what I want to know.
If she was ever chained to the bed, which I don't believe, but if Dee Dee, when your daughter, who's supposed to be disabled in your eyes, is out here and she looks like a child, you know, doing all of these slutty, nasty, disgusting things, maybe she had a reason for being like, you are a fucking whore. Because she's like, my mom used to call me a whore. Well, you were a fucking whore. Ew.
I want to know where she was when she was screaming these obscenities in these videos.
Exactly.
So, according to official court transcripts, Dan Glidewell, who was Gypsy's first boyfriend before Nicholas Godejohn, testified about Gypsy's use of phallic objects like electric toothbrushes and explicit videos to him long before she ever met Mr. Godejohn. This wasn't something Nick scripted. Gypsy had a penchant for using these objects before she ever met Nick. Mr. Glidewell also testified that Gypsy, quote, knew what she was doing, end quote, and did not need any direction or script. He testified that they engaged in role play, dressed up in costume, and used fictitious names. Glidewell testified that she chose a submissive role. This is important too. Glidewell testified Gypsy chose to be the submissive, and her use of phallic objects in videos was something she did with Mr. Glidewell. This role-playing and BDSM were not new concepts for Gypsy Rose. However, In March of 2025, Gypsy was trashing her co-defendant once again after one
Well, who said that? Hollow Mom. I don't know. So, Nicole said that she thinks she went live last night. I don't know if anyone recorded it, if she did, but
yeah, she just, sorry, I'm back. She posted something. Her latest post said something about her going live at 5. Maybe she didn't do it. I don't know. I don't know.
But I'm gonna play here in a little bit. Like, she got so spun out about Becca's Becca's video just came out like about 2 hours ago.
Oh no.
And she had released that little behind the scenes video, and Bree lost her mind about it, and we're gonna watch that again.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Yeah. And then Bree tries to be an autism expert. It's hilarious. It's funny.
Well,
We're gonna
Dreamer's an autism expert because she has an autism son.
Yeah, I don't think so. Dreamer's an expert of nothing but killing cats with nicotine.
She's an expert at having the dirtiest fingernails, dirtier
Yeah.
than
She's an expert at growing a mustache.
Yeah. And screeching at people.
Yeah.
And forgetting things.
Yeah, and never getting anything right.
Right.
Was trashing her co-defendant once again after one commenter on social media wrote, quote, "There's zero evidence of him," meaning Nicholas, "forcing her, Gypsy, to do anything," end quote.
Shout
Gypsy
out
responded,
to Hollow Mom.
posting,
Hold on.
quote, "anything."
I just noticed
end
that. Shout out Hollow Mom.
Love
Look
you.
at that. Yeah, you're on a Becca Scoops video. You've made it, baby.
Quote.
The big
Gypsy
time.
responded, posting, quote, "wasn't specifically said in that particular video, but the point is Victor," meaning Nick's alter ego, "demanded those videos to be made. His influence showed patterns," I think it means pattern, "of violence and inappropriate conduct. I was manipulated."
Oh, shut
end
up.
quote.
Shut the fuck up.
Gypsy claims the autistic man with an IQ of 82 manipulated her to patterns of violence when she shot her own mother with a BB gun 10 times before she ever knew Mr. Godejohn, thinking it was a real firearm at the time. In fact, according to Nick's appellate attorneys, Mr. Glidewell should have been called as a witness for Nick's defense.
See, the fact that you didn't do just that. He had ineffective counsel, and it sucks that I don't know. It just sucks. He got such a shitty deal, and there's nothing that can be done about it. Nothing. Unless you, Gypsy, would put out the truth, but we know that'll never happen.
No.
But don't worry, the truth comes out. So even if he is behind bars and he's got to stay there, we can still do our part to expose the truth. Who was really behind it all? Where this, counsel Nick had was ineffective. The proof is out there, and it's only going to keep coming. I have a feeling, these videos have got to be able to be obtained somehow.
Oh, I cannot.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
It's like a slow drip.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. So get ready, Gypsy, for that slow fucking drip.
Just a tire slowly deflating.
According to the court documents, had Mr. Glidewell been called as a witness for Nick, he would testify that Gypsy knew what she was doing sexually. In contemplating having sexual intercourse together, Gypsy told him that she did not need her wheelchair and could move around like any normal girl. Let's recall how many boyfriends Gypsy testified under oath she had prior to Nicholas.
Gypsy, how many boyfriends did you have prior to Nick?
None.
It's just baffling why Nicholas's attorneys failed to impeach Gypsy on.
Oh, man.
What do you mean none?
Perjure. This isn't the only time she's perjured herself. I can't remember the other one off the top of my head, but I know there's another time that she lied about something. Cannot remember what it was.
She's a lying liar.
Yeah, you're a liar, McLiarson,
Yeah.
bitch. And you're nasty.
You're nasty.
Hold on. Where's my Sherelle? I got to get my Sherelle real quick. Where you at, Sherelle? Where you at?
And you're nasty. You're nasty. Put your finger up your nasty vagina. Put your finger up your nasty vagina.
Perfect. Perfect.
It's hilarious. Hold on. There's one more. There's one more. Where's that? Where are you at?
You put your finger in your vagina. You put your finger in your vagina.
I don't know if people know who Sherelle's World is. She has a huge channel. That's a whole story in itself. While she was talking about they called it the finger in the fish. The finger, and Gypsy's got a toothbrush in her fish. The toothbrush in the fish. So put some toothbrushes with some little fishies in the chat.
There you go.
Things that you have prior to make.
None.
It's just baffling why Nicholas's attorneys failed to impeach Gypsy on the stand. They had overwhelming evidence from Dan Glidewell that Gypsy had a prior boyfriend who she engaged in very specific behaviors. The jury should have been presented this evidence. In addition to evidence to the contrary.
Hold on, pause, sidebar. I want to read what Conspiracy just said. If you have never had a medicine ball tea from Starbucks, try it. I've never heard of that. Is it a hot tea? I'm just curious. Oh, Keisha's here. Yay. Hey, Keish.
Hey, sorry, just had to let my phone charge.
Oh my God,
You always got to have that phone charged. You might as well just leave it plugged in.
Girls,
I
her
just did.
phone's
I had like
always
5% when I
dying.
entered your chat, so I was like, let me get some juice
It was
before
the
I go.
It was the hacker that screwed up her phone.
No, that's a TikTok thing. I just did it. I know the live stream on YouTube takes a lot of juice.
All right, here we go. Gypsy had a toothbrush in her fish. Did you hear that, Keish?
Well, that's what
I'm gonna need you to go live and have a toothbrush background next time.
I did.
Oh, you
that.
did?
Yeah.
Damn it! Damn it!
I got in trouble for it. I got reported. I clearly, because I just said I was making the point that I never want to hear about why Gypsy's teeth fell out because clearly she was using the toothbrush incorrectly.
Yeah,
You're
Nina
not
said.
wrong.
Nina says she was using that toothbrush for everything but brushing her teeth.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny. And then
What's
someone
her
in my
deal with
comment,
appliances? It's
she
like
cannot have phallic objects around. Okay. Anything that might be insertable needs to be locked in a closet.
Yeah, that's just, I can't even wrap my head around this because, like, I'm 37 years old and that thought has never crossed my mind.
No, I've never looked at a toothbrush and thought, you know what?
She
This
likes
might
these
be
bathrooms.
fun. Yeah, what's her deal with? I have a feeling that was going on in the bathroom, which
Like,
is
how
not
does she
far from Dee Dee's bedroom.
I know,
by
that's what
the
I'm
way.
saying. Like, how does she walk? She's like in full get up here, and she's clearly in the bathroom. But like, don't you have to walk? But where's your mom? That house wasn't that big.
I think Dee Dee wasn't, left the house, went to the store, ran errands,
Yeah,
something.
so you weren't that sick if your mom felt comfortable enough to leave you alone.
Okay,
She
so since
wasn't
we're
overbearing if she, was leaving her home alone. Somebody who's abusing you and won't let you communicate with people and blah 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 would not leave you home alone.
And his dreamer said was going to kill you anyway. I mean,
they leave them
she had
home
all sorts
alone.
Yeah, and I mean, she was definitely home alone when she made the little stabby video.
Well, and then the one of her outside in the wheelchair talking about the foliage.
Right, where they could have sex behind the trash bins.
Yeah.
Nasty. Girl, you ooh. I mean, she did get busy on the bathroom floor of a theater. And she's just
Yeah.
And you're nasty. You're nasty.
Available through witness Stan Glidewell, Gypsy wrote on August 10th, 2014, through her Demona Love Slave account as follows, quote, "Yes, my master, it was 2010 and 2011. I had just surfaced inside Gypsy when I started playing games with guys. I used Gypsy's fingers to make the text and take the pics. The men asked me to send them nudes, so I took my top off, took the pic, and sent it. I had fun teasing them, saying I'd have sex with them, but I never went through with my words, only the text and pics. I sent them to 4 guys, but Gypsy's mom found out and threatened the men that if they ever came close to me again, she'd put them in jail because Gypsy was underage and they were like 35 to 50. I was stupid, master. I was testing my limits of my sexually and I was getting male attention like I wanted. I told you I was untamed before I met you. Them, you tamed me, and I've been loyal to you ever since."
See, people were speculating that Gypsy was out here selling her new her new. Hey Jamie, for money. But I think she was more or less kind of catfishing men. I don't know. But I don't know. The whole thing, Gypsy. This is not good. This is not good for you.
Heart emoji. So, according to Gypsy here, she was texting with 4 different men. Additionally, according to court documents, Mr. Glidewell would testify that Gypsy's mom called him and told him to stay away from Gypsy, claiming she was underage, but Gypsy claimed she was 18 and had identification to prove her age. At one point, he stopped communicating with her because of the age question. Gypsy continued to contact him, though, pleaded with him to stay in contact with her, and continued to insist she was of age. Glidewell would testify that they stayed in contact online until 2014, when he had a serious girlfriend. Even after telling her he was no longer interested, Gypsy continued for a long time to send highly provocative messages and images to try and get him to respond. Gypsy learned that he and his girlfriend broke up and mentioned.
Remember how she sent sexually explicit pictures and shit to her own dad? Remember that?
I never
Yeah, and
got
blamed it on the neighbor.
Yep.
Hey, did you ever get text messages between Dan and Gypsy?
No. Do they exist?
No, I was asking if you.
No, I'd have that shit out so fast. No, I wish.
She sent nudes
she
to
had
her
a-
dad?
Yes. Yes, and like Christy and them were no, Dee Dee was really upset about it, as were Christy and them. We'll have to go through those messages one day. I have them somewhere. It's Dee Dee talking to Christy about what Gypsy did, and Dee Dee tries to cover for her and say like that the neighbor Aaliyah had come in and done that.
Poor Aaliyah.
I know.
Every girl.
The fuck?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. All right, here we go.
Boyfriend, Nicholas Godejohn. Mr. Glidewell felt that Gypsy would try to manipulate him to come to her rescue by using Nicholas to make him jealous. So, this confirms Gypsy's use of jealousy to manipulate certain men. Mr. Glidewell would testify that Gypsy messaged him in June of 2015, close in time to the murder, asking to meet for coffee and to say goodbye. Here is what Gypsy texted to Nick about that meeting. These texts to Nick suggest Gypsy's attempt to provoke him to jealousy. Gypsy writes, "Honey, I was wondering, say I wanted to have sex with a guy before leaving town. Could I?" Gypsy adds, "It's just a curious question, LOL." She goes on, "Okay, so I know you're territorial, but I'm being tempted, actually." Mr. Glidewell admitted he did not know if she wanted to have sex or just say goodbye, but he thought better of it and did not go to meet her. He would testify that he learned later that Gypsy's mother was dead when she asked to meet with him, that she planned this erotic encounter for just 24 hours after her mother's demise. Other buried secrets from these records have to do with Gypsy's ever-changing narrative about all aspects of her life. In a video dated May 26, 2014, Gypsy shows Nicholas how she can stand and walk. She explains that when she was 6 years old, she went to the hospital and that during surgery, the doctor said she had a seizure and was paralyzed. They didn't know if it was only temporary. She started getting feeling and tingling in her legs later on. She was young and kept it to herself. She kept it from her mom because she was afraid that her mom would stop loving her. So she kept it to herself until 2011 when she rebelled and ran away from home. Gypsy said explaining to their friends that she could walk would be too hard. She said she would like for people to know the truth, but she would lose a lot of friends. This is an extraordinary admission. Here, Gypsy is claiming her mom didn't know she could walk. Gypsy claims she was hiding her ability to walk from her mom. Is this just another lie? This sounds far-fetched, but again, this is something that the jury had a right to hear. All of the contradictory stories Gypsy told would prove to the jury her sworn testimony could not be trusted. However, this wasn't meant to be for Mr. Godejohn. The jury never heard this evidence. His lawyers utterly failed him. Now that you know there is a video of Gypsy telling a very different narrative about how she ended up in the wheelchair, let's consider Gypsy's sworn testimony, which contradicts that video evidence.
All right, hold on. Sorry, I had to make a phone call. I want to go back real quick because hold on.
Yeah, go
To the part because this is very important. Everybody needs to really pay attention to this.
Gypsy shows Nicholas how secrets from these records have to do with Gypsy's ever-changing narrative about all aspects of her life. In a video dated May 26, 2014, Gypsy shows Nicholas how she can stand.
I'm over here on mute. This is a video. I mean, you know, Becca perfectly explains it, but I just have to say, like, this is a video. She said all of this on video, and I believe it, and it completely changes so much.
So the fact that she was hiding the fact that she could walk from her mother.
Yeah, like, okay, so say we go back to when, you know, Bobby and all them are like, yeah, Gypsy would be jumping on the bed or the trampoline or whatever, and as soon as Dee Dee would show up, she would collapse. That's because she didn't want Dee Dee to know the truth, that she could walk, that she could jump, that she could run. You see what I'm saying?
It's another wild, like, I mean, she's a bad seed. She was born a bad seed. It's like, it's just wild.
I think it goes back to wanting to be a baby. She wanted her mom to carry her. She wanted her mom to push her in a wheelchair like a stroller. She
Right.
wanted her mom to keep giving her baby bottles, so she acted like a child and did that, and probably made Dee Dee think she was redacted.
Yeah, she is like, I know there's, being infantilized, but it's like there is also a thing about being, wanting to be treated like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, yeah, I think even her new baby is going to be competition for her because it's a baby. It's an actual baby.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Right, because it's gonna like resurface like all of her childhood memories.
And I think does she, people said, I don't remember if it was Anxious Aunt or what, but like that Ken talks to Gypsy like a child, and he does.
He does.
Maybe she likes that.
Probably does.
But she didn't like it when Ryan did it, because she remember when they got in that fight, and she's like, "I'm not a child."
Yeah.
Yeah, she said something about like, "Don't talk to me like I'm a child," or something to like that.
My mother used to do that. Ugh.
Well, you must have liked it until you didn't, until you wanted that sausage, and then you didn't want to be the baby anymore. You didn't want to be Baby and Honey. Remember? Honey, Baby scared the shit out of Honey in that book. Yeah, her mom and Gypsy and her mom called themselves Baby and Honey. Baby was Gypsy, Honey was Dee Dee.
Yeah, this role play thing goes way back with Gypsy. I mean, the cosplaying, that Vision Con, and what was the name of that league she was in? The man with the Mandalorian gear.
The 501st Legion or something like that. Yeah. They gave her the armor.
Yeah, she loves
She got in a lot. Yeah, and she probably loved the attention.
She's an attention whore. That's why she's doing what she's doing. Most people would be so goddamn traumatized. Even being in prison for 8 years is traumatizing. But she came out swinging, boy. She was in Times Square.
Yeah, but to be fair, Chillicothe is, it's not Orange is the New Black.
No, but you know what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, I would be a little overwhelmed after being in
Oh
prison.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Want to go to New York, Times Square. I'd be like, I don't want to go there anyway. I lived in New York and people avoid it at all costs. But
I'm not gonna lie, if I got out of jail, I'd say, yeah, take me to New York. I'm there.
Nah, I'd be like, I think I need to rest. I'm just gonna rest in a clean bed and
I'll
shower.
rest in New York.
Well, I love New York, so I'd go, but I would not go to
Hey,
that's a good question for Nadatha. Like, how was it like when you first come out of prison? Like, are you, is it scary to go out? Is it?
Yeah, but it's got to be a freeing feeling at the same time. Like, I'm free. I'm not in prison. All right, here we go.
Wait, really quick before you go. Becca Scoops makes a good point about how like the jury could tell, with this evidence that, Gypsy's a liar. But at the same time, it also brings out the point that Gypsy and Dee Dee after 2011 were in on it together, the con and the scanning. You know what I mean? Like they worked together.
Right. At that point, they both knew. Yep.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Shit, I forgot. Forgive me. All right, let me push play.
And walk. She explains that when she was 6 years old, she went to the hospital and that during surgery, the doctor said she had a seizure and was paralyzed. They didn't know if it was only temporary. She started getting feeling and tingling in her legs later on. She was young and kept it to herself. She kept it from her mom because she was afraid that her mom would stop loving her. So she kept it to herself until 2011 when she rebelled and ran away from home. Gypsy.
So Dee Dee, like, it also makes sense to me, like, that Dr. Flasterstein, when she went to Dr. Flasterstein, he said, there's no indication here that she should have any reason that she can't walk. Like, he was the one to write down suspicions of Munchausen by proxy. But if Dee Dee took Gypsy into a doctor's office thinking she couldn't walk, and the doctor's like, oh no, she can walk, there's no reason, that would piss me off too. Like, don't tell me something's not wrong with my daughter. There's something wrong with her. She can't walk. And Gypsy, you hid that from your mom until 2011. Changes everything.
It makes it so much worse. I mean, and you know what? If Gypsy didn't come out swinging, no one would be digging into this research. No one would be doing this. This is on you, Gypsy. Don't blame anybody else.
No, people would have done it anyways because this is a crime case. And
but she's actively, kind of egging it on because people are like, oh,
oh,
really?
she's
Okay.
doing herself no favors. That's for damn sure. No, yes, you're right. She has only made it worse. You've given us more what's the word? Not inspiration.
Fuel, I would say.
Yeah, more fuel to expose the truth.
That's you couldn't have said it better because trust me, that's where my passion comes from. Like when I saw the crime scene photos drop on July 27th, her birthday, that's what was like made me really want to learn more about the case. But then seeing Gypsy's comments in her posts, I'm just like, this bitch.
Yes, motivation. That's the word I was looking for. Motivation.
Motivation. Yeah. That's why it's like, oh, these content creators. No, I knew something was up the minute. Well, I always thought there was something odd about the case, but the minute she said, all she cared about was getting out, in prison, I'm like, what? That's not the right answer.
And this stuff also, like, whatever, I don't know what's going on. The Petrie train has been derailed. It's, but I will never stop. I don't care how, when, or where. This gives me more motivation.
What do you mean
keep pushing justice for Dee Dee. I will not stop.
What's going on, Starlight, with the Petrie train?
Well, like, here's my overview on it.
Yeah.
I hate that these are family members fighting on the internet. Like, it sucks to watch as an outsider.
Yeah, I agree.
I hate it, and I just hope the best. I hope that maybe once they all cool down, maybe they can, rekindle their, because what Nanny is Dinah's nanny. That's her godmother. But I don't know the history of the family either, like what their relationship was before TikTok and things like that. I like Nellie and I love Nanny and all of them. And I just hope we all just focus on justice for Dee Dee. Put all this bullshit aside and let's get back to getting justice for Dee Dee.
Right. And Dreamer, who's like, she already got justice. Somebody's in prison and Gypsy did her time. No, we're trying to clear her name. That's what justice for Dee Dee is.
I don't get okay, so they're divided, but why can't they just do their own thing regarding justice?
Well, I think they would. Maybe they will, but I mean, I don't know about Dinah in particular, but I think that Nellie and all them are going to continue the Dee Dee train. And if the Petries and Dinah don't want to be involved, then that's okay. We're still going to keep going. We're not going to stop.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because I went on Nellie's little panel.
I saw that, but I didn't catch it till the end.
Yeah, and we talked about it. She told me everything. Her feelings are valid. I understand why she's upset. I was upset too reading those messages where, Dinah said, fuck the Petrie train. It's not going anywhere anyways. Like, I didn't like that. But I did reach out to Dinah, and she just seems to want to keep things private.
Yeah.
And I respect
because
that.
people could say things out of anger versus like that's how they really feel at the end of the day,
And these are real life family members, so
they're definitely going to be more angry with each other.
Right, exactly. There's personal feelings involved, things we probably don't even know about, just
definitely don't want to know about.
Right, yeah, family drama, it happens. But just I don't know. We'll see. But justice for Dee Dee will not stop. Okay. Because this woman did not have Munchausen by proxy. And that's the biggest thing that's bothered me from day one. You can go to my very first stream about Gypsy Rose Blanchard over a year ago. I was one of the first people over here talking about it. And the name of the stream is Gypsy Rose is not a victim of Munchausen by proxy. It's on my main page, or if you want to call it that, the one I don't use anymore, my regular Hello Starlight one. It's over
Yeah,
there.
I watched it. It's great.
Yeah, but I've been saying this from day one, and this is what pisses me off. Like, this woman has been slandered to hell and back, and it's just not right. And it pisses me off, and I
you
will not stop
imagine-
until her name is cleared.
Like, not only did you get murdered in real life, but you're also getting crucified while you're dead.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
That's
leave the lady alone. You know?
Prime, what? I already know what you're going to say.
Here we go. Gird your loins.
Not justice for Dee Dee, justice for Gypsy.
Yeah, bye. Yeah. Go on, Prime. We're not going there.
Lord.
You're stupid. You don't listen, Prime. Listen to the stream and the documents that have come out. But I know you're just trolling, so whatever. Go find somebody else.
He sounds like he could
Said
do a
explain-
good Kent Urker impersonation.
He doesn't even know anything about the case.
No, he just trolling Starlight.
Dee Dee, Dee Dee did have Munchausen.
Oh Lord.
If she had Munchausen,
it.
been the
Go-
same.
Spell Munchausen.
Munchausen syndrome by proxy.
Spell it.
Dee Dee Gypsy has Munchausen.
Yeah, she was the one with Munchausen.
And I have a 12-inch cock.
That too.
Explaining to their friends that she could walk would be too hard. She said she would like for people to know the truth, but she would lose a lot of friends. This is an extraordinary admission. Here, Gypsy is claiming her mom didn't know she could walk. Gypsy claims she was hiding her ability to walk from her mom. Is this just another lie? This sounds far-fetched, but again, this is something that the jury had a right to hear. All of the contradictory stories Gypsy told would prove to the jury her sworn testimony could not be trusted. However, this wasn't meant to be for Mr. Godejohn. The jury never heard this evidence. His lawyers utterly failed him. Now that you know,
if Gypsy would have gone to trial, she would be exactly where Nick is, and with the exact same sentence, in my opinion, if this evidence would have been shown in court. Mike Stanfield, you are a shame to society, sir.
Discrepancies.
No, there is a video of Gypsy telling a very different narrative about how she ended up in the wheelchair. Let's consider Gypsy's sworn testimony, which contradicts that video evidence.
When did you tell Nick about the wheelchair? That you being in a wheelchair?
I think maybe a month or so after we met,
When did you tell Nick that you didn't need to be in a wheelchair?
a year into our relationship.
So if your relationship began in October of 2012, it would have been sometime in 2013 that you first told me that you really didn't need to be in a wheelchair.
That is correct.
Consider the video version about her need for a wheelchair she sent to Nick on May 26, 2014. In that video, she explains she was paralyzed during a surgery after she had a seizure. And over time, she started to get feeling back in her legs, but kept that from her mother. Any jury would have concluded this woman's testimony could not be trusted. In Gypsy's video, which was logged into evidence dated May 26, 2014, not 2013 as she testified to under oath, the year she claimed she told Nick about her ability to walk, her sworn testimony at Nick's trial had nothing to do about having a surgery and a seizure which caused her to be paralyzed. So what's the truth? We may never know. But for our purposes, the point is, how did Nick's attorneys miss all this evidence? How did they miss using these videos to impeach Gypsy as a witness on the stand? At some point, Gypsy must have given Nick another story about the wheelchair and how she could walk. Here, Nick says it was Gypsy's mom who made her sit in the wheelchair at home and pretend to be 16 years old. But he also says he was encouraging Gypsy to walk more and more, which indicates maybe her mother wasn't making her stay in the chair all the time. Rather, it was Gypsy's choice. We may never know.
During any of this whole situation that's happened, did Gypsy ever have to be in a wheelchair?
Yes.
Okay, when was that?
That was only when she was living at home.
Okay.
Otherwise, me and maybe like five other people knew that she could walk.
Oh, okay. Why didn't nobody know she could walk?
Her mom wanted everyone thinking that she's like 16 the entire time. So, yeah, she felt kind of trapped on a wheelchair when I actually was trying to encourage her to be able to walk more and more and more.
Okay, so she can actually walk.
In another passage from the court documents, it says, quote, in her testimony, Gypsy claimed that it wasn't until she was 19 years old that she started to piece together that she was not actually sick. She further testified that she did not understand the extent of how healthy she was until after her arrest.
Were you ill during this period of time?
No, sir.
Did you ever tell Nick that you were ill or that you had illnesses?
I told him that I had illnesses, yes, sir.
Did you ever tell him that you really weren't ill?
Yes, sir.
When did you tell him you really weren't ill?
The same time that I told him that I didn't need to be in the wheelchair.
What illnesses did you believe you had?
Cancer, muscular dystrophy. I needed glasses. I needed hearing aids. Seizure disorder. And I can't remember what else.
And when did you figure out that you weren't actually sick?
I started to piece things together when I was about 19 years old. Then I didn't understand the full extent of how healthy I was until after I got arrested.
However, evidence was available to Nick's attorneys that when Gypsy left Missouri for Wisconsin, she took only pain medication with her and no other prescription medications, even though she claimed she thought she had real illnesses like seizures. If she was so worried about her health, she'd bring these so-called medications with her. She did not.
And when did you figure out that you weren't actually sick?
I started to piece things together when I was about 19 years old. Then I didn't understand the full extent of how healthy I was until after I got arrested.
So even at the time, even as of June of 2015, you still believe you had some of the illnesses?
Yes, sir.
These issues should have been addressed on the stand. Gypsy should have been exposed on the stand as being untruthful about so many things. In addition, the state produced evidence that Nicholas threatened to kill himself on June 2nd, 2015, very close in time to the date of the crime. However, according to official court documents, Gypsy made threats to kill herself multiple times, as early as May 2013. Dr. Wasserman, the autism expert, explained this would have suggested to the jury that Nicholas was not the manipulator as the state argued he was, but he was the one being manipulated. Nick, whose autism type has problems computing social cues, would have been mimicking what he learned from Gypsy online. Since Nick's attorneys failed to present this evidence that Nick was mimicking Gypsy playing a role, the prosecutor had a field day, making it appear as if Nick was truly the monster in charge.
This was Gypsy's idea, but the defendant on June 10th was ready to kill.
And prosecutor Nathan Chapman showed the jury some of the text messages that Nicholas sent to Gypsy. Is your mom a light sleeper? It's my evil side doing it. He won't mess up because he enjoys killing.
And these texts show he was enjoying it. He was looking forward to it. He was excited about it.
This notion that Nick was enjoying harming anyone was a fabrication made out of whole cloth by the prosecutors. In fact, the only expert in autism who examined Nick, Dr. Wasserman, said Gypsy's use of videos was key in the manipulation process. That those who have the type of autism Nick suffers from learn social requirements from videos and books, not from direct contact with peers. And that's why her use of hundreds of videos, including one where she does the stabbing motion over her mother's bed, were so effective in grooming Mr. Godejohn. Instead, the jury, who were assembled to decide Nick Godejohn's fate, never saw or heard any of this information. And it seems that's how Gypsy Rose likes it. Recently, she posted on her TikTok account, quote, "And P.S., that psychopath," meaning Nicholas, "is right where he belongs, and he's going to stay there for the rest of his life. And anyone who defends that POS, piece of shit, is just flat out ignorant." End quote. Mahatma Gandhi, one of the most famous peaceful activists, said, quote, "When I despair, I remember that all through history, the way of truth and love have always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time, they can seem invincible. But in the end, they always fall. Think of it, always." End quote.
Boom.
Thanks for watching, Becca Scoops. If you
Boom. Mic drop.
Yeah, I mean, it can't happen fast enough, honestly. For me, sometimes karma just takes too long. But yeah, Jim Girl said this, and I mean, remember how she didn't mention she was sick in the interrogation until she found out she was going to be arrested? He was like, "You're done." She's like, I have medical problems and I can't be in prison." She didn't mention that. I mean, she had hours to say, "Oh yeah, I'm really sick." No, nothing. She's such a liar. I mean, she is just a compulsive liar.
Yes, that she is. We're about to read some of these documents. So here we go. Because I want to, let's see, it's 1:30. Hopefully we can get through these in like 30 minutes or less. All right, I'm just going to start going. All right, defense witness, Gypsy Blanchard. Defense counsel deposed co-defendant Gypsy Blanchard on November 1st, 2018, just before trial, and called her as a defense witness to testify that she planned the murder. However, counsel was otherwise wholly ineffective in eliciting through Gypsy other readily available and admissible evidence to support the theory of defense and to counter the state's theory of defense. Over the course of their almost 3-year relationship, Gypsy sent Nicholas close to 100 videos, which the state provided to trial counsel in discovery. On cross-examination, the state asked if Nicholas introduced her to the idea of role-playing with alter egos, and Gypsy said yes. Gypsy further testified that as part of the role play, Nick was the master and she was the slave. The state went on to suggest, through their cross-examination that, quote, on a lot of those videos, Nicholas would send her a, quote, script, instruct her on what to do in the videos. Gypsy claimed to do things in the videos that she didn't always want to do, but did them because Nicholas told her to do them. She further admitted to engaging in rape fantasies with Nicholas, but claimed to not be crazy about the idea and that she was simply indulging him. Though counsel had available videos which suggested otherwise, counsel failed to establish that the testimony was false. Only a very small portion of the videos appear to be scripted by Nicholas. The grand majority are of Gypsy's own creation. Some of the sexually explicit videos are formatted to look like a real movie with credits at the end. There are many in which she has sex with herself using her fingers or objects, including a toothbrush, where she appears to very much be enjoying herself and not engaging in activities to simply, quote, indulge Nicholas. There are also videos in which she is a dominant character who talks about ways she will rape Nick. On a 13-minute, 52-second video dated September 27th, 2013, Gypsy is role-playing in her Demona personality. I know Becca went over some of these, but we're just going to go ahead and read through them. She explains that she is a slut and with an evil streak. She can torture, she can do anything except a few things. She can't physically harm Gypsy's mother or Nick because those two people are off limits. Besides the two things she can't do, she describes what she can do. She can steal, she can torture, she can kill. She likes to drink and be sexually naughty. She talks at great length about how skilled she is at stealing from stores. She goes on to say she overwhelms Nick sometimes and can rape him by force. She talks in detail about the ways she can do that by tying him to a chair or a bed. She explains that she will be able to get money in the future by going to a bar and agreeing to have sex with a man for money. But instead, she would drug him and hit him over the head with a bottle and steal his wallet. She advised Nicholas that they have to, quote, play it smart and be very careful what they do as a team because it takes skill to not get caught. She closes by saying that they will be very, very good at being bad together. Another 10-minute video. Would y'all have anything to say about that?
She's a sick freak.
Yeah.
She's a freak. She's sick. This is demented.
Yeah.
I mean, not to well, no, no, screw it. I'm kink shaming her. She's disgusting.
Wait, can we back up to the credits?
Right? She made it like a movie with credits.
What were the credits though?
I know.
Production.
Well, probably like production
by
Gypsy
Demona.
Rose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Demona played by Gypsy Rose.
Oh man, I missed it. I gotta watch it later. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
No, we haven't seen them.
No.
I so
we're just assuming what the credits would be.
Yeah.
Writer.
So people have seen this. Sorry, people have seen this video or just the clip.
Yeah. No, we have not. No one. The public has not seen it. We've only gotten the descriptions.
I wish we could see it.
Well, that will
actually.
probably be part of the FOIA at some
I would
point.
pay. I would pay. And I know it's gross, but they're out there and they're gonna come to light, Gypsy.
Well, I mean, you can even leave out your toothbrush videos. I want to see these other. Yeah, leave out your toothbrush videos, but I would like to see all the rest.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay,
hundreds.
so-
I'm still wrapping my brain around the fact that there are hundreds.
The barbecue sauce one, you could probably put that one out too.
And you know what's really disturbing about all this is that they're linking things of like, okay, the bondage, like, oh, Nick, we could tie them up to the bed. Like, that's what you said your mom did to you.
Yeah, she's gonna break a bottle over a guy's head. Like, Jesus, Gypsy. Violent.
But it's just weird that she correlates her sexual fantasies and then what Dee Dee's abuse was to her. Like the correlation between the two is just so highly disturbing. Like, come on, Gypsy, reoffend. We know you're gonna.
The Gypsy Ken dynamic makes sense now.
Yeah.
He's a bottom.
Oh yeah. And the book was disgusting. Everything about her.
Oh my God. She's like, have you ever had an electric toothbrush, Ken?
It wasn't electric though, right? It was just a regular.
Hide your toothbrushes, hide your condiments.
All I gotta say is start checking their gift registries.
Yeah,
'Cause
hide
Gypsy's-
anything that vibrates.
Hide your toothbrush, hide your condiments, because Gypsy's raping them all.
Raping them all. She's
violating herself.
Oh,
And all the phallic objects, no bananas, no cucumbers. That's probably why she doesn't like salad.
no, yeah, she hates tomatoes for whatever reason.
Yeah. She probably from smothering it all over her body.
Even in the interrogation, they asked her. She's like, "I'm not picky." When they asked her what she wanted, "I'm not picky except for tomatoes. No tomatoes." And she still.
Oh, she says that in there too.
Yeah.
Let's all send her tomatoes in her.
Yeah, I like anything potato.
Yeah,
Right,
potatoes.
potatoes.
She's all there. Tomatoes. But if a potato is involved, oh, she's there. She loves those.
All right, let's see.
So gross.
All right, here's the next one. Another 10-minute video dated May 26, 2014 contains 2 videos. In the second video, she appears as Demona wearing a long red wig and lingerie. She tells Nicholas that things have changed. She is his dominant and he is her slave. She says she doesn't enjoy punishing him, but it has to be done. Hold on. She describes how she will reward him with sex, but if he displeases her, she has ways of punishing men. If he fails to do as she asks, she, Demona, will take away Nicholas's time with Gypsy. Because, all Gypsy, this is like the carrot and stick game.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Gypsy is what he desires, what he wants, what he lives for. Then you have all these characters that she's bringing in, like Demona, who are saying things like, I'll hold the one card I have over you. Gypsy. Yeah. So she uses them to manipulate him.
Yep.
She threatens to punish Nicholas by refusing to allow Gypsy to talk to him for a week. She will command him to perform sexual acts on her, and he'll have to do it or she will be displeased. She praises him for being a good slave so far and continues to encourage him to do a good job. All right, the next video. And yet another video made May 27, 2013. There is no indication of any script. Gypsy is wearing a long blonde wig and uses an object and her fingers to have sex with herself for almost 12 minutes. That's a long time, people, to be doing that with a toothbrush.
And she admittedly never even got off. You're doing it for that long, you can't even get off. That's just sad.
Oh yeah, she did say she never had an orgasm.
That's crazy.
She's fucking lying.
She's lying her ass off. Ew.
I hope she's not, because she doesn't deserve one. Honestly.
That's a good point.
She probably only gets an orgasm when she's using the toothbrush.
Probably. I haven't had an orgasm since I lost my trusty toothbrush. Good Lord.
Yeah, Bree with the dirty keyboard. Oh my God, you got to see the.
Did she post another or the one from
No,
earlier?
it's the one that I want you to watch.
Okay, yeah, I have it saved over here. I'm gonna pull it up.
Oh, great! It is so great. I don't know who
Her
Bree
shit's probably
with the dirty keyboard
desensitized
is,
from the toothbrush.
but oh my God, they are the funniest person.
I know. I love it.
Oh, the people in the comments are saying she makes her own toothpaste.
I know, right? You think she used some mouthwash afterwards down
No, I
there?
think they meant something else. That's gross.
Oh, wait, I missed it then.
She makes her own toothpaste.
Ew,
Yeah.
y'all are nasty
Yeah.
for that. Y'all nasty for that. But that's funny. It is funny. Ew.
That is gross.
All right, here we go. Gypsy's wearing a long blonde wig and uses an object and her fingers to have sex with herself for almost 12 minutes. She is very animated and screams loudly, and cover your virgin ears if you don't want to hear this part, because I'm going to read it. She screams loudly, "Fuck my pussy. Fuck it. Fuck me, master, harder." There are many other examples of non-scripted videos in which Gypsy displays this behavior. Again, where is Dee Dee? Where's your overbearing mother that you said, was so abusive, but you're in there violating yourself with a toothbrush, screaming, F my P word, F my P word.
It sounds like her mom was supportive.
Maybe she was in the shed.
Right? Yeah.
That's probably why she's like, take it to the shed. If you're gonna
Yeah.
do that shit, go
Shut
out
up
the
and
house.
Get your
hearing
toothbrush and get
you.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you're gross. Get out of here.
It was the hoe shed.
Right. I want to hear Bree's rebuttal to all of
Go to
this.
your
I
host
can't
chat.
Oh, she'll
wait.
come up with something.
I can't wait.
It's
I
gonna
did a
be
video
all
about
Nick
inappropriate
fault.
use of so they
She was
LOL.
so
That's fine.
unfair to Nick, even though he couldn't get to her unless she paid for it.
Coppertown, I'm gonna have to try to find your channel. Check that
Bree's
out.
just a super fan. She needs to sit the fuck down.
Oh God, Prime is back. What do you want, Prime?
Oh,
I think
Prime,
that was
For
wait.
toothbrush.
why
Yeah,
is it
how
like
do you hold on? How do you feel about Gypsy masturbating with a toothbrush?
well, I'm glad you brought that up because if you check your Discord messages, I'm pretty sure she's doing porn now.
No,
The
she's
heck?
not. Hold on. No, you're so full of shit. Ken would never let her do porn.
Are
Unless they're
you
doing
her
it
top
together.
subscribers?
Why is it whenever I come up, everyone goes, "Ugh," like,
Because you do nothing but scream justice for Gypsy Rose.
Okay,
That's
all right,
why.
all right, all right. Here,
You want
so
a toothbrush?
if there's
That
one
is
thing,
not Gypsy. That is what you sent me, Prime.
no, that's Gypsy.
That is
Anyway,
not
that's Gypsy. Anyway,
Gypsy.
the one thing
Right.
that's Gypsy. I'm telling you. Anyway,
Hold
the
on. Let
one
me see if
thing,
I can edit it.
the one thing we can all agree on is that Jip killing Dee Dee was bad, bad, no good equals bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no kill mom. Okay, now here's why Gypsy's a victim. Okay, so Gypsy is a victim of Dee Dee's bullshit, and for
No.
many years,
Hold on, Prime. Wait. Before you go any further, the new FOIA documents, Gypsy says in a video that when she was 6 years old, she had a surgery and she had a seizure during the surgery, which made her go temporarily paralyzed. And that is a thing. You can look it up. When she got feeling back into her legs, she says her words, she never told Dee Dee she could walk until
is that
2000.
provable? Is that provable?
Yes, she
She said it in
testified.
her words.
She didn't testify, sorry. It's in a video. Yes.
Okay.
She says that.
Now we all know that
So
Gypsy.
that changes everything. So Dee Dee wasn't
No, it
forcing
doesn't.
her.
Hold on.
Dee Dee
Now,
did not force her to be in a
Gypsy.
wheelchair.
I mean, Starlight. You're always
What?
talking about. You're always
He
talking about.
just called you Gypsy.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fucked up, Prime. What the
Justice for Starlight. Justice for Starlight. Anyway,
Yeah,
we all know how.
Starlight.
that I agree with.
Shut up! I'm trying to speak. We all know how crazy Jip
Don't be
is, right?
nice.
No, well, you're not being nice to me. You always kick me. Oh, we don't have time for your bullshit.
Combative.
You don't want to hear any opinion that's not
All right,
yours.
go ahead. Then go ahead. Go ahead.
You have your little haram of yes mans, and I'm just trying
Oh my
to
God.
say.
Just
We all know.
say it.
We all know that Gypsy is crazy as fuck. Many years of abuse. She's not right in
Oh
the
my
head.
God, but that's the problem, Prime. There's not many years of abuse.
Plus Starlight. Doesn't she have DID? Doesn't she have DID?
No,
So maybe it wasn't.
no, she has never
It wasn't
been
Gypsy
diagnosed
saying
with
that.
DID.
It wasn't Gypsy saying that. It was one of her alter egos saying it.
No, they were role playing.
Unless
It's
we have
not an
actual medical.
alter.
Unless we have actual
We
medical
do.
documents
We do,
of her
and
being
Gypsy will tell you
paralyzed.
herself she does not have DID. She has never been diagnosed DID ever.
Unless we have actual. Okay, unless we have actual medical documents of her seizure and paralyzation, then what you
There
say.
are medical documents.
Okay, show it. Show the medical documents, Starlight.
I'm not pulling all her medical documents up right now.
Yeah, because you don't have it because you're a liar.
Somebody tell him I have all the medical documents.
Yeah, you gotta go look at her
We've
videos.
seen it. She's done videos. You can.
So
Yeah, go look at them. Prime.
Porn bomb. You're being porn bombed.
Prime thinks this is Gypsy.
Oh
That
my
is.
God.
Oh, that
That
is
is
not her.
That is Gypsy.
That is
It
her.
is not.
Boy.
Just need to replace that with a toothbrush. You should have put a toothbrush emoji.
That looks like a man.
It's not.
Not
Gypsy.
Taking my eyeball with a paper clip.
And by the way, before you kick me, and in case you're still here, I just want to say, Dots, you are absolutely gorgeous.
Aw.
Oh, you're being nice. Okay, go ahead.
You were absolutely
Gypsy uses
gorgeous,
so
and
many
I love
filters.
you,
It
Dots.
could be her.
And I'm very, very sorry that May Noodles doxed what's her name? Jess. Jess, I love you. I have a crush on you. Please go out with me, Jess, if you're around. And by the way, Starlight, can I just say how unreasonable it is to say, well, just go back and watch my older live stream. You bitch about Gypsy every day for like 5 hours.
And I won't stop. You're here. Why are you here?
So you want me to go through all that shit? And before you kick me, I just wanted to say, hey, Betty, go fuck yourself.
You leave my baddie
Leave
alone.
Batty alone.
Oh my.
He has to always throw that in there.
He's rude.
Well, he's a troll.
Troll.
Yeah, he's more, but he is like tolerable. I can tolerate him. At least he's not
He's
trying to
pretty
form
funny.
bomb.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
he'd be fun to play with.
Yeah,
That's
he
true,
is.
though. I'm done. I mean, Gypsy
Until he
uses so
starts
many
spurging
filters.
out. He'll start spurging out though.
Oh, really?
Sometimes. Yeah. All
I
right.
think I was watching an
Does he go
old
live?
live
I'm
of
gonna
yours
go.
where he was on it and he did that.
Does he go live? I'm gonna
Yeah.
go troll him.
No, he doesn't. He just shows up on panels. And
Lame.
if anyone plays Quiplash, he'll show up for that in a heartbeat. He loves some Quiplash. All right, let's see. Where was I before Prime came and interrupted me? All right, let's see here.
Derailed you.
Okay, the F Me Harder Master. There are many examples of non-scripted videos in which Gypsy displays this behavior. In another video compilation that runs over 19 minutes and is dated January 24, 2014, she tells Nicholas that she dreams about him, and though other men hit on her, she only wants him. She explains that he is perfect to her, and when Nicholas looks at her, it is like he sees every thought in her head and sees her emotions. They are soulmates and perfect for each other. She has sex with herself in both videos using a toothbrush in one. In an 18-minute video dated August 11th, 2014, Demona addresses Nicholas as her slave and informs him there are new rules, and her punishment of him will be extreme. She will cause him pain by making him strip and raping him with a strap on so hard that he will scream to stop. So who's over here having the grape fantasies? Gypsy, Bree.
Oh my goodness. Oh
Does
my
Bree want to be on the other end of that strap on?
Probably. She wants Gypsy to get her with a
Oh,
strap
they
on.
probably already done that. Let's just keep it real.
Probably. This is
Yes,
Bree
she
right
pegs.
now.
She pegs.
Why else would Ken be with her?
That's what I'm saying.
He's like, just pack your overnight bag. I got my toothbrush.
And my nipples. My clear nipples.
Yeah.
Clear baby bottle nipples. She probably
She
stealing
probably
those
punished
baby.
him with that hairbrush, I'm telling you.
She probably steals. Oh, punishing him with.
Probably.
It's one of
There
those
you keep
hard
this ex-girlfriend's
dead.
hairbrush. I'm gonna shove it in your ass.
Oh, I like that.
Oh my
Harry.
god. Now it's what happens off camera, huh?
All right, here we go. She will be meaner and meaner until he submits to her. She says she is a bitch and he should not dare to cross her. At the end, she touches herself and tells Nicholas that is all he will get for now. Oh God. Because trial counsel failed to investigate and present this evidence, the jury never heard or saw this information, which would have countered the state's theory. Trial counsel also had available through discovery Facebook messages between Gypsy and Nicholas from Gypsy's Demona Love Slave account. In these messages, on October 26, 2014, Gypsy role plays as Demona and orders Nicholas's character Victor to get rid of his Facebook account for her right now. She tells him that someone messaged Gypsy's mom about his Facebook account and that the walls are closing in.
They definitely paid to keep that shit out of court. I don't care. No one's gonna tell me
Something,
otherwise.
right? It is so sketchy.
That is so sketch. Because if it was anybody else, they would have used those videos.
Oh, yeah. That would be the first thing you'd bring out. You would think. That would be your first line of defense.
Right.
All right. On direct examination, counsel asked Gypsy how many boyfriends she had prior to Nicholas, and Gypsy replied, none. Had counsel investigated information readily available to them, counsel would have known that was not true. In addition to evidence to the contrary available through witness Dan Glidewell below, Gypsy wrote on August 10th, 2014 through her Demona Love Slave account as follows. Yes, my master. It was 2010 and 2011. I had just surfaced, whatever. I don't know if it's a typo or not. Inside Gypsy, when I started playing games with guys, she doesn't use punctuation. Let me try that again. I had just surfaced inside Gypsy when I started playing games with guys. I used Gypsy's fingers to make the text and to take the pics. So, she's disassociating herself in a way. You see what I'm saying? She's like, it was Demona. It wasn't Gypsy. It was Demona. The men asked me to send them nudes, so I took my top off, took the pic, and sent it. Sad face. I had fun teasing them, saying I'd have sex with them, but I never went through with my words, only the texts and pics I sent them to 4 guys, but Gypsy's mom found out and threatened the men that if they ever came close to me again, she'd put them in jail because Gypsy was underage and they were like 35 to 50. I was stupid, master. I was testing my limits of my sexuality, and I was getting male attention like I wanted. I told you I was untamed before I met you. Then you tamed me, and I've been loyal to you ever since. So, there's stuff about Dan right there. In addition, the state adduced, if I said that right, evidence that Nicholas threatened to kill himself on March 2nd, 2015, close to the date of offense. Trial counsel failed to present evidence that Gypsy made threats to kill herself multiple times. So Gypsy was using suicide as a manipulation tactic against Nicholas.
She'd be like, I'm going to swallow the toothbrush if you don't come get me.
Yeah. Toothbrush is going all the way down my throat. Okay. Where was I? Okay. Gypsy made threats to kill herself multiple times as early as May 2013. I need water. Hold on. This would have suggested to the jury that Nicholas was not the manipulator, as the state argued he was, but the manipulation who mimicked what he learned from Gypsy online. Instead, the jury never heard or saw this information. In her testimony, Gypsy claimed that it wasn't until she was 19 years old that she started to piece together that she was not actually sick. She further testified that she did not understand the extent of how healthy she was until after her arrest. Counsel failed to elicit evidence readily available that was contrary to this assertion, and that would further defense counsel's theory of the case that Nicholas was particularly vulnerable to her manipulation because of his ASD. Specifically, evidence was available to counsel that when Gypsy left Missouri for Wisconsin, she took only pain medication with her and no other prescription medications. Further, In a video dated May 26, pay attention, guys. This is important. In a video dated May 26, 2014, Gypsy shows Nicholas how she can stand and walk.
Yeah, but that was so 10 years ago.
No, ma'am. She explains that when she was 6 years old, she
she
went
knows
into
her
the hospital. She went into the hospital, and that during surgery, the doctor said she had a seizure and was paralyzed. They didn't know if it was only temporary. She started getting feeling and tingling in her legs. She was young and kept it to herself. She kept it from her mom because she was afraid that her mom would stop loving her. So she kept it to herself until 2011 when she rebelled and ran away from home with Dan when she wanted the sausage. Then she
Okay, can I have a question?
want it. Uh-huh.
What if if your if you lost feeling in your legs because of a surgery that happened when you were 6, wouldn't that be something like you would have appointments for growing up? Because like, if did they not know?
They did. They did the muscle biopsy. They were like, Dee Dee was trying to figure out why she couldn't walk. You see what I'm saying? And Gypsy's playing redacted the whole time.
Yeah, it's understandable why Dee Dee was so upset with doctors when she's like, why
Yeah.
can't you walk when she could walk the whole time? But Dee Dee didn't know.
I think it goes back, I don't know if you heard this earlier, Cash, to Gypsy and her baby thing. Like, she wants to be a baby. I think she wanted her mama to carry her. She wanted her to push her in a wheelchair like a stroller. She was letting her have a baby bottle, and then Gypsy's acting redacted. The whole, like, with the, the one where she's looking up at the fireworks with her mouth open. Like,
Yeah.
Gypsy was the one fooling Dee Dee from age 6.
Wow.
I
Makes so much
remember that.
sense. It makes sense.
It's just
Yeah.
sad, like how your brain, can trick people to think you're physically, disabled.
I mean, I think everyone here can say at one point, we faked being sick so we didn't have to go to school.
Yeah, but you don't fake not walking. That's crazy.
Right. That's not normal.
But to keep
Neither is sucking a baby bottle for 24 years.
That's true. That's true.
It's not like we at one point we knew it's like, all right, mom's not going to buy this forever. We got to.
And then on top of that, she had medical issues.
Right.
She had the chromosome deletion.
So why didn't her mom get her like a psychiatrist or a therapist to go into her brain psych, like her headspace? You know what I mean?
She didn't know she was lying.
How does she not know?
I don't know. Mental health was so different back then. I don't know.
That's true.
She should have started getting Gypsy into therapy when Gypsy started running away with men on the internet.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why does the toothbrush smell like fish?
Why does this whole bathroom stink? Is that why Gypsy doesn't like seafood? Ugh.
Oh yeah, she won't eat crawfish. She said no crawfish for me.
Yeah.
Having a flashback, baby.
I'll give you some crawfish later, Ken. Ugh.
Gross.
All right, I'll read a little bit more, and then I want to start playing some of Bree's live because I got to go in 1 hour. Okay, so she kept it to herself until 2011 when she rebelled and ran away from home. She said explaining to their friends that she could walk would be too hard. She says she would like for people to know the truth, but she would lose a lot of friends, which is absolutely true. Because, like, look at everyone she did lose when they found out she was lying. And that explains why she would, like, act like a child around Aaliyah. And sometimes would, sometimes wouldn't. She knew she couldn't tell Aaliyah the truth.
I hate to say this, but I think Cats and Crochet was onto something.
About what?
You know, she's like, she pulled my daughter's hair.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm always like, well, you never know. You never know, cats, but faking your own death is not okay. Okay, so then it says further, counsel failed to establish that Gypsy suggested Nicholas do. Wait, I can't talk. Gypsy suggested Nicholas did not need to wear gloves at the time of the murder. Arguably, this suggests that she wanted him to leave prints on the knife. When first confronted by law enforcement that her mother was dead, Gypsy feigned a complete lack of knowledge that about her death and stated she would slap her boyfriend if he did something stupid.
Oh my god. She tried to frame him?
Yes.
Oh,
I've always thought that's yes. Yes, that's why she wanted to mail the knife. Like, who mails a knife? She wanted it to be on him at his house.
Right, because she was going to go have her hit it and quit it with Dan Glidewell that night. She didn't want him eating
And
her
that's
brownies.
in these documents too about that. Let's see. Let me see if I have time to read some of the Dan stuff if I can find it. Hold on. We'll go through some of these later if people want to.
Yes, please. Let's definitely do this again.
Yes.
I need to really read all this stuff too.
I like it
because
when
it's
Starlight
so
reads
important.
it though.
I don't know why. After due consideration of arguments. Where's the stuff about Dan? I know Dan had his own section.
Who's speaking? It's me. I'm the toothbrush.
Help me! Help me!
Help me!
All right, we'll have to find the Dan stuff later.
I'm just waiting for someone to change their username to Gypsy's Toothbrush.
All right.
It's gonna happen any minute now.
So what's the deal? Are we going to Bree now?
Yes.
What's the deal? Are they what happened with their profile pictures? What's going on there?
I guess they're going dark. I don't fucking know.
They're fucking lying. They're talking shit in everybody's lives.
And Dreamer can't shut up for 2 seconds. She just did. I guess I don't know.
Did Dreamer have the blackout?
I don't know. I can't see her profile.
Yeah, let's not talk about her latest video. I don't want to bring light to that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But she does call Dank Hank.
Hank.
Oh, God.
Hank. Good old Hank.
All right. So I don't want to go back and watch the beginning. Have you seen this? Maybe we should.
What is it?
She's trying, like, remember.
I hate
Okay, remember when, so the other day, a few days ago, Becca released a, like, behind the scenes video of her upcoming video.
Yeah.
And this is Bree losing her mind over it and telling everyone they're being manipulated. They're all being lied to. None of this is real. Yeah, we watched it last time, but I don't know if you heard, Haiti. I accidentally deleted my last live stream.
Oh, no.
I know. I was trying to, like, edit something, and I totally deleted it. I was so pissed. Hey, Alma, my love. Fuck you, Alma. You fucking bitch.
I've heard Bree say that she, like, her going after everybody is her job.
Oh, no, ma'am. Who's paying you then?
Well, what do you think? Someone's got to pay that water bill.
If that's your job, that's sad as fuck.
Well, her little, her minions give her, like, gifts and stuff, they
quad wife.
I think there's more to it.
Oh, she loves wasting.
There could be.
Gypsy's like, I'll buy you all the wigs you want.
Yeah. Please be my bulldog.
Love me. Pay attention to me.
Somebody said something in my comments about Brie, and I was like, yeah, it's giving Yolanda Saldivar.
Oh, yeah.
It is. Like, you're Gypsy's #1 fan. It's scary and sad and weird.
I'm your #1 fan.
All right, here we go. This is going to take a while.
Me even more. Like, thanks to y'all, I know more about this case than I could write a fucking book on this case, okay? I can write a book on Gypsy's abuse, her case, and all you bitches out there. I could probably write a book on y'all, too.
Please write that book so we can all laugh at it.
Yeah.
Boot
Sit down
or
at your
butt?
dirty keyboard and start the book.
She says it so like her accent. Like, is she like accentuating her accent?
Her accent always gets her in trouble. Because we thought apparently, she said the N word, but no, that wasn't her. She was saying that she didn't say the N word. She said something else.
What did she say instead?
I forgot.
She said, "Now go."
Oh, now go. Oh,
But and with her accent and saying it really fast, she said it sounded like
the N word.
Mm-hmm.
All right, whatever.
Dot said she said nagger. Whatever the hell
God.
that is.
Well, she called me a long-faced, mentally challenged person.
Yes, she did.
See, things like
I'm
that
like,
are
you're
just
probably just used to looking at Gypsy's little head, little beady head. You know, I'm like,
Exactly. Sorry, I have a
I'm
normal
almost
size
6
head.
feet. I'm half my body is as Gypsy's whole body. Like,
Right.
I'm a
You're like,
giant compared to her.
most people are, but yeah.
So yes, I have a larger head than Gypsy's.
Microcephaly.
Right, like your wart is bigger than
What
Gypsy's
does
head,
anyone know what the
Bree.
difference between microcephaly and microcephalus is?
Well, tell us.
Because I know that Joyson had microcephalus and his head was huge. So maybe that's big head and small head.
Like Paris Hilton's son. Oh, I think he's cute, but he does have a big old noggin.
Yeah, KJ's son's head was like that when he was a baby.
And Bree broke Starlight's.
Yeah. What's going on here?
And that's what happens. She brings a bad juju.
Break screens. It's like, what the frick are you doing?
So Bree is, so they're all going dark? Is that the room?
Starlight go?
Well, they all have the same profile picture, which is this like really, it's like you can barely read it. It's in black and it says, like, just because I'm silent doesn't mean you're not lying or something like that. It has, so it's something stupid. I'll look at one of them. Let me see. What idiot do I want to look up?
Well, I'd rather much have them in the shadow, lurking in the shadows, than being just outright rude and obnoxious to content creators.
My silence doesn't give truth to your lies.
That's what the black.
But it gives us peace. Yeah. It gives us peace.
Yes, it does. But are they really?
They're not. They're just not projecting their hate right now. Well, that's good. We'll see how long it lasts.
It won't.
They're probably trying to come up with, like, what are we going to say about these FOIA documents? What are we going to say about
the
the
black
FIFAs?
boxes, though, they don't have anything to do with anything over here. I asked.
Like, how are they going to debunk official court documents? They can't.
Oh, they'll find a way.
Oh yeah,
no, I mean, how are you going to debunk a video that Gypsy made?
Well, she always goes for, like I say, she always goes for technicalities, even though they don't actually prove what she's saying, like, at all. But she thinks that they do. I don't know.
Yeah, no, they're just gonna play. It's all Nick. It's all Nick. He manipulated her. She's all
She
Nick.
doesn't
It's all
strike me as dumb. Honestly, she seems smart, but then the things she says make me question it sometimes. I'm like, I don't get, like, how she gets from point A to point B, because it doesn't make sense.
Right.
I just think this is perfect timing, because her stupid reality TV show is all highly focused about content creators and social media. It's like, yes, bring them to TikTok. See what we are all talking about.
Right.
All right, here we go. I'm back.
Okay. I'm just saying, y'all want to all hate on me, fucking attack me every day. But guess what? At the end of the day, y'all just mad because the people that y'all worship is lying to y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sounds like a
Like,
moron.
like you know what you do? What you do is
You're
you suck up your pride, and you either move on or you come to you.
That you need to take your own advice, ma'am.
I was just gonna say, it sounds like you're talking about yourself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but you need to
Sorry.
pack it up and move on, Brie, because you have been defeated, ma'am, because these new FOIA documents blow all of everything you've tried to run of this narrative out of the fucking water, bitch.
Yeah, it's time to take a seat.
Several seats.
Take a seat.
This is you, Brie. You lost. You're losing. You're losing.
You support what should be supported, which is the truth. Like, there are more communities than just the gypsy community. You don't, if you have realized that these people like Nina and Ivory Rose knows nothing. Nina the beauty, the bully influencer and Ivory Rose knows nothing. If you've realized that they are just lying to you for all these months, you don't have to be.
Everybody's lying. The FOIA documents, all lies.
Right.
Everything
Lies,
lies.
And we're all
Just the
bullies for
medical
saying
records
words on the
lied.
internet.
They
We've
all
all
lied.
hypnotized you and you've fallen into our trap. It's all been lies. No, the
Yes.
evidence proves for itself. Because unlike you, Brie, we actually do come with receipts. You claim you come with receipts, but you really don't. You
It's
don't.
just what Gypsy says. Gypsy.
You're a fucking moron.
It's a trap. She's a trap. Brie's a trap.
She's a something.
Yeah. She's a lot of things.
And like, if you don't like me, it doesn't mean you have to come over here and hang out with me. Move on to something else.
No.
You guys
No,
move
we
on.
don't. You move on first, Brie, because I hadn't heard you cover anything else. I know I've talked about several different topics
Aaron's
over here.
sweetheart doxed my husband's great. You guys move. You guys go real life.
Seriously,
All right?
that's
And it's getting really bad.
Yeah, I get so sick of them trying to say we need to move on about talking about Gypsy. No, fuck you. I will talk about that bitch as much as I want to. She gives us plenty. And these new FOIA documents are a lot to talk about. You're mad because people are outing her. That's the problem.
Which is
You're
weird
mad
that
because
she's
you
so mad
can't
about it.
debunk legal documents and fucking real hard fucking proof. You can't
this is
debunk
why
it, Bree.
Yeah, and this is why they they go real life, because they are out of an argument. They don't have anything. So they're like, this is where you live, just because they don't have any hard, cold, good facts. And I think some of them know that over there. They're just looking for some sort of community, some fucked up community to be in. I mean, it's not all about Gypsy over there. It's just about, slandering and posting and going real life. Fuck you, Aaron, sweetheart. Bitch. She's the one who found my husband's headstone.
Fuck you, Aaron.
That's just psycho to even try and do. Why was she looking
Oh,
for
I
that?
love you, Jamie.
I don't know, because Quad, because I said, because Quad doesn't like me. Never did a thing to her. Her whole page is things about me, whatever. I don't care. I don't care about words on the internet. I care
We
when it
are
goes
also
in real life.
the triggering that these people bring on us is like not necessary. Like they really have gone through like every single one of us on this panel and probably people in your chat. Like they just can't stop the harassment.
No.
Then what's her name? Dreamer's all, all uppity and, about what, people do. I'm like, Dreamer, all that stuff has been done to me. And I don't do any, go to my page. There's not one thing about any of them there.
Intelligent.
All anyone has done over here is clown on them. That's it.
Sorry about words on the internet. I mean, Boston was like, I'm going to dox her if she keeps talking about me. I'm like, well, I didn't realize you were that fragile, Boston. Yeah,
Boston that wants to act like a hard ass, but she literally can't take
Oh,
words on the internet.
she
Like
can't take
she
words on the
can't
internet.
handle it.
I saw what her post on. I mean, she wrote the most disgusting thing about my late
Yeah.
husband.
She's
on-
vile. That one is like
Vile.
immediate block for me. She's just
Oh,
a
yeah.
vile, disgusting on the outside and on the inside human being.
And she's. I mean, what she did and what she's written and what
And
she
you
does.
know what? I believe in karma, okay? And people that put up, disrespect the dead by posting, headstones and even talking about Becca's
About my
ex-husband.
that he was old.
But
Yeah,
what they did to Becca's ex-husband, who's also deceased, like they go after the dead. It's fucked up. And your karma is what you should fear because that's really bad karma. Just saying.
And then, God, Quad's always like, we have to respect her because she's a cancer survivor and her husband's a quadriplegic and she's a vet.
No, respect is earned, bitch. I don't give a fuck what your circumstances are.
Well, first she was like, I retired to take care of my husband. Really? You said someplace else that you were honorably discharged and then you were a CNA. Anyway, but you know who was also a veteran? Jeffrey Dahmer. He was honorably discharged. We respect him.
The second
I mean,
time.
God, he was a vet.
Starlight, I have to go get my kid. So
okay.
I will be in the chat. But
All
thank you for
right.
letting me up.
Anytime.
Have a happy
Sorry,
Friday, everybody.
You
Is
too.
Morbid going live tonight?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
He said
Okay,
earlier this week,
cool.
Friday.
Because
so
it's
yeah.
gonna be a good one.
I know, right?
All right, see you guys
Can't wait.
there. I'll be in the chat though.
All right, bye,
All right,
Keith.
bye.
You guys, honestly, thank you so much in the chat. You guys are the best. I don't have Sir Morbid's chat can be a little brutal.
Nicole,
but
how
you
did they
guys are-
find a picture of the headstone? That's all I want to know.
No
That's just
idea.
creepy.
Well,
Did they
no,
go there and take a picture?
probably. I'm thinking that Boston gave Aaron Sweetheart my information, or Aaron Sweetheart found out my information, and
that is another vile bitch.
you can easily find my my husband, and as Dreamer loves to say, it's public. Yeah, fuck you. Everything's public.
So what? Everyone's phone number and address is public information.
Everybody, including gypsies.
Yeah, it doesn't give you the
digging around for it. I don't have my first and last. Well, I have my first, but not my last name or my maiden name.
Yeah.
And my husband, my dead husband, my parents have
Imagine if
nothing.
we put their address out because it's public information, they would lose their
Exactly.
mind.
Oh, according to but again, Dreamer, she's such a nothing. She's a slow adult.
Look, the thing is, they cannot handle words. That's why fucking Beth doxed my children in a Discord server. Like, why do you even know my children's name? That is fucked up and weird.
Yeah, that is.
But whatever. All right, let's move on. I can't talk about these stupid bitches
enough
or what they do.
Right.
Because that's what they want. They want to hear you talk about it, so they can be like,
They
"Oh,
live
Nicole's crying about what happened." Well, you would too, bitch. You would have a whole fucking come apart.
You guys cry over words. It's like they bully us by calling us fat. Yeah, well, you are, and we're not, going.
I've been called much worse.
Me too,
and I did, and I got over it. I got over it.
Keep calling me whatever you want. Just leave my goddamn family and my hated husband and anybody that's not me. Leave them out of it.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Like, this isn't the only community on TikTok of people. But like, clear as day, you saw this is behind the scenes. You see, this is how stupid Becca Scoops. She is so convinced that she can fool y'all that she does this right in front of y'all's face, and y'all don't even notice it. It's like she knows that y'all depend on her more than y'all depend on facts. Y'all depend on what she's gonna.
Oh my God, I fucking can't. Becca brings the facts. We depend on her as far as like putting it all together in a nice little bow for everyone to understand. We all have the documents. It is fact. You cannot disprove evidence. Bree, you're stupid. You're stupid.
Just concisely putting together what is there. It's there. It's factual. It's a Bree with the facts. Your people believe everything you say, and you don't even have any facts. It's just what Gypsy says.
And you cherry pick these documents also.
Oh, big time. It's like
You're
people who
such a
cherry pick the
fucking
Bible.
moron. I can't. I'm pushing play.
To say more than what the actual research says. That's why because y'all, I promise you, if you over here with me, this video ain't for us. Just so you know that. Okay, Patty, was you in here just now, or you want me to re-show it? Because I can re-show it, so I can show you, like, maybe for some it's not about not liking me. But I just want to let y'all know, y'all, when Becca Scoops made this, she wasn't making it for us over here. And y'all know who I'm talking to. Because we know that we weren't going to fall for this shit. Because we know the truth. Why? Because we've been over here talking the truth. That's why. That's why. Okay? So let me show you what Becca Scoops, you know, the legend. Okay, I'm going to show you what she does to manipulate this clip.
Okay, and see, Bree, this is where you fuck yourself over. So you get so triggered by Becca's behind the scene video that you don't even know what's in the entire video, and none of us knew until it came out today. And you're wrong, Bree, because she's saying Becca manipulated this video by cutting off where Nick says something. But if you watch the video that Becca just posted a couple hours ago, in the video, she shows exactly what Bree is saying that she cut out. It's not cut out. It's in the video. She's a moron.
Yeah.
This is a behind the scenes thing that Becca's. I just happened to roll past it. I mean, before I started this live, wasn't planning on talking about this. I just happened to go past it.
Someone in my comments, Haiti, said there needed to be like a without a crystal ball versus without a crystal ball, but with Bree.
Oh my god,
Like Bree
yeah.
versus
God,
Bree.
do that. Yeah. Bree without the facts versus Bree without the facts.
Yeah.
And now let's listen to Becca Scoops' behind the scenes video.
How the murder was to take place, that was all up to the defendant, correct?
That is correct.
And it was the defendant that told you he wanted to stab him.
Correct.
And it was the defendant that told you he wanted a knife.
Yes.
Honestly, the thing is we really wouldn't have known how to poison her. Honestly, we wouldn't have known how to.
Okay.
I mean, she looked up multiple times of how to do it because she wanted to find the quickest way to do it.
Okay, so like she looked up on the internet, like how to kill her mom.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm skipping this because it's so fucking stupid, and Becca proved her wrong today anyways.
Okay, because I want you to hear this. I want you to hear how she manipulates people, okay? One thing at a time, and then we'll go on to that. Okay, you ready?
Now, did she tell you that, or is that something you think she thought? You know how to do the poisoning. And
You ready?
so,
Ready, Patty?
again, why did we choose the knife? Like, why?
The reason why we chose the knife is because I guess she thought that
I guess she thought that, okay,
quicker if she went out quickly.
Okay.
Okay, and then, you know, Becca fades it into the Dr. Phil show. Now let's see what he says, though.
Now, did she tell you that, or is that something you think she thought?
Most likely, that's what I would think she was.
Okay, but she didn't.
That's pretty important, right? That's pretty important, right? Becca does that on purpose. I've seen Becca misquote shit. And
if you watch Becca's video today, the entire clip is there. She doesn't play the entire clip at the same time, but she plays the rest of it. Like, she goes on to explain and then plays the rest of the clip.
So basically, the full clip just wasn't in the preview part. That's crazy.
Yes!
You want people to go
Well,
watch
doesn't
the
that
full
happen
video.
all the
It
time?
was a fucking preview.
Exactly.
Yeah, they set. It's like a lifetime setting you up for like a suspenseful thing,
Right.
so you tune in.
You're
Like,
right.
really? You're gonna take that
It's a
off based off
teaser,
of
exactly.
a teaser. The fuck?
Can you imagine how spun out she is over the actual video?
I think that this might be the time that this is why they're taking the code of silence or something, because they can't even. They
They're
can't
definitely
even.
not going to be silent. Let's be real.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see. That's
All right, here we go.
And then in another video, I use that quote again, but at this time it's right because she doesn't need that quote to fit her narrative. Oh yeah, Dr. Phil, that wasn't even relevant. I was just saying, like, Becca Scoops fades it into the doctor. Like, And so the Dr. Phil thing, she doesn't let him say, she doesn't ask the next part. That part is important. It gives it context. It shows that Gypsy didn't lie. She didn't lie on the stand when she said he chose that. He did choose that. Whether that's important to you or not, it's the fact that.
Alma.
And then the Becca Scoops new video is going to be called, it's something like, how she says it. Let me see if you, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, hold on. Buried evidence comes to light. Ooh, I should do my little sound thing.
Yeah, you
Hold
should.
on. So let me read it again.
For yourself, because, yeah, that
Pretty
video.
bombastic.
Yeah. What's wrong, Bree? You big bothered?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
A little bothered.
And Gypsy Rose Blanchard, buried evidence comes to light.
Yeah.
Yep.
You should be
Exactly, Kim. Exactly. They only want to show what fits their narrative. But yet people want to come on his buff.
No, we're showing actual facts from a court document, you dummy.
That's you, Bree.
You need to talk to your friend. Why she been lying to you this whole time.
Fucking app every fucking day and be a bitch to me because I'm exposing their little content creators. They like to.
That's where you're wrong. You're not exposing anything.
Oh, Bree with the dirty keyboard is here. Hey, you're my favorite.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Oh my God. Oh, both the toothbrush and she did a Dr. Evil one. It's just, they are so good.
I have to get it in a minute.
Worship. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we speak the truth over here. Now back to what you were saying, Patty. What did Patty say?
I want to get, she starts like trying to read the documents and it's funny. All right, let's see.
We can't do it on here. Let me say if I made it small. On my phone, I was like, of course, it's not going to do it now. But like, you see, I wasn't about to have them fooling me. So, because I was like, wait, what? This is one part, which I'll show you on here. They're talking about, we'll wait till we get to it. It's so crazy though, because what they said makes absolute no sense to what they were reading. But that's what they do, and y'all don't even notice it. And I don't want to say that y'all, I'm not trying to say y'all are stupid, but that's how they're treating y'all.
Oh my God.
Like, I promise you, Nina and Ivory Rose and whoever's in that little clique over there, behind the scenes, they are laughing like, yeah, man, we're making so much money off these motherfuckers. Like, they hate Bree, they hate Gypsy, they hate anybody that tells the truth.
That has nothing to do with the information being put out. It's not about you, Bree. This ain't about you. God. I can't handle stupidity. It really triggers me. Your
I
stupidity
don't think she's
triggers
stupid. I
me.
think she's ignorant, honestly.
I don't know. I think she's stupid.
Well,
one of my favorite quotes is that ignorance can be fixed and stupid is forever. So if she is stupid, that sucks for her.
She's stupid. Definitely stupid. Then if that's how it goes.
Critical thinking over there is what kills me. It's like, nope, we're not going to listen to any. Nope. Lies. It's like, okay,
Absolute deflection. Sorry.
I don't know how else to explain it to you. It's like it's just talking to a brick wall.
It's just weird how bothered she gets over people like saying anything about Gypsy that she doesn't like. It's weird.
Girl, they're like, I'm not parasocial. That's what I got bossing about. Me calling her parasocial or paranormal, as they say.
They said paranormal instead of parasocial.
Yeah. Paranormal? No, they did not.
They said, I swear to God.
Bree did. Bree said paranormal.
Oh, that's funny.
But no, you are parasocial if you do things like go and dox people. It's like your online life is so important to you that you'll go real life and you'll do these really ridiculous things. So they're all very parasocial, with each other. It's a very weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird, and they could say we're the same way. Well, no, I think we all have our own lives. We have kids. We have husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever. Like I don't sit around, waiting for Starlight to go live. I love it when she does. But I'm like, I'm bored. When is Starlight gonna go live? Oh my god.
They do wait for Brie to go live though, which is weird.
Oh my god, yes. I've heard that's like, where's
They, like,
Brie?
line up.
What?
Like the unemployment line.
Where's Brie? Where's Brie? I've heard Boston like begging for Brie. I'm bored. Where's Brie? I'm bored. Yeah. Well then I'm never bored. I can always entertain myself. Starlight?
I think
She
might be on
alive?
mute.
Starlight,
I think
talk
might
to
be
us.
muted. Show signs of life.
She's scaring me.
All right, I'm gonna push play.
Okay.
I'm just saying. No. I had a phone call, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. We thought you were
probably busted up. No. I had a phone call. I'm gonna push play this. We can try to.
Or
we can get.
Not even or. That's it. Period. Period. That's what they're doing. Now they do have some crazy ones, like I've Rose Grows Wild. Like I think she's starting to believe what she says, but I don't know. But same with Fancy. I think sometimes she believes what she says, but I think with Fancy it's just a vendetta. So it's like she has like going a little bit, But that's what I'm trying to tell y'all is that they are treating you like you're dumb, like you are fucking dumb.
No, it's not.
But anyways.
Sniff.
Yeah.
Let me see.
She needs to get that. Like she's some Claritin, some Benadryl, some something like a seasonal allergies. I don't know, but
allergies.
Your nose is always dripping.
Yeah, that's so. How could you not be annoyed with yourself? I get annoyed when my nose is runny or whatever. Oh, it's so annoying.
Yeah, but hers is like a never-ending one. Like you need to get that this every night for a year.
You're stupid. Was not in text. Wait, Patty said it was in text. It was in a text. Do we really want to go over all the? There's not one time in text message. Patty, this is why it's important to not listen to even me. Like unless I'm showing you on the screen, go look for yourself. Don't take my word for it. There is not a single time in the text messages, I'm telling you, not even a single message that says, please, let's just run away. There's not one. There's not a single one. Do you want me to go through all the text messages, which we can? We can. Yep. I got all.
I've done that about 15 times over here. God. Check it out. It might be on my other channel. But yeah, we've done it. Yeah, we've read through them from start to finish.
And you've done it all on your own before. Yep.
You know what the difference is? Like, if you stand on what you say, like you would leave your shit up. That's why, on YouTube, we leave our shit up.
Yeah.
She leaves nothing up. She proves nothing because it's all bullshit. And she knows people are going to blow her out of the water if she tries to post anything that she can twist. All right, here we go.
All night. And I'm not trying to be rum. I'm going to have to go back and see where I found that. You didn't find Patty. I'm trying to help you out here. You can ask anybody in here who is like, I have been like hyper focusing, probably, according to some people in an unhealthy way, but I don't give a fuck. I care about human beings. And that's the reason that I do this. It's not because I'm friends with GYPSY. I was doing this before that. It's because I care about human beings. Okay. So I promise.
No, it's because you are shoved up GYPSY's asshole. This isn't about human beings. If it was, why aren't you talking about Madeline Soto? She covered Madeline Soto for a hot minute. If you cared about human beings, GYPSY's not the only human being out here. There's a lot of victims that could be advocated for, real, true fucking victims. But you choose to defend a murderer and ruin your life in the process, in my opinion. Just saying.
You can waste your time and do that, but I promise you're not going to find it anywhere. You're not going to find it anywhere because it is nowhere. They both have, Nick and Gypsy have both said that, yes, Nick did say, why don't we just run away one time? And Gypsy said, like, the last time I did this, she was traumatized because of her last experience when she ran away. And at the end of the day, no, we don't, maybe that's true, maybe it's not, but we don't have any evidence. So we have to focus on what we do have. Maybe it's true that he asked her more than once, but guess what? We don't have evidence of that. So we can't go off of that. And he doesn't even say that out loud.
She's saying that Nick never asked her to run away instead. He never asked her.
He did.
Well, that's just not true.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not true. You're so fucking stupid.
You're making yourself sound dumb.
She does every time.
I'm telling you that you are hearing that from content creators who want you to believe a certain narrative. And because of this, now you have Gypsy out here getting bullied every fucking day. And on top of that, it's not just about
Gypsy is being bullied every fucking day.
No,
Poor victim.
The murderer is being bullied. Cry me a river.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Look what happened to Casey Anthony when she tried to come on social media. Has that bitch been back? Hell to the fucking no.
Right.
So was she bullied too? Was Casey Anthony bullied? Oh, you need to
care about that.
reevaluate yourself. Sad.
about Gypsy. I promise you, even if it's only 5 people in this whole fucking world, I guarantee you there's at least one person that is like, fuck this. I will never tell my story. Like, I will never tell my story because look what happened to her.
Well, that's such bullshit.
Like, who would want to tell their story if all they're going to do is be invalidated? And don't just say, oh, no, that's because she unalived her mother. No. Let's remember Kate Marie. People were validating her until she talked to Gypsy, you know?
No, let's correct that right. No, the reason people turned on Kate Marie is because she came on this platform preaching that Gypsy Rose Blanchard had stolen her story and she was a victim of this, that, and the other because of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And then so when she turned around and tried to be her friend, people were pissed.
And also 'cause she lied about her story, yeah.
Yeah, she lied about her story, everything. It wasn't because she became friends with Gypsy. No, it just showed her true character when she started doing that.
And by the way, Bree, there are people who were real victims of abuse that are coming forward saying they're being triggered by Gypsy because they were real victims of abuse and they're not getting, they have to still live with that trauma. They're not getting paid. And, usually their parents are dead. They're not getting paid for their trauma. That's no. People are still going to come forward, Bree. This is no one's going to look at this case and go, "Oh, I shouldn't go forward because look what happened to Gypsy Rose." Yeah, well, she murdered somebody.
Yep.
There's a stop that. You're giving her way too much credit when you say that.
And there are real victims that
and they are not happy.
They had to endure horrendous shit and didn't kill anyone.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Many people.
And then everybody invalidated her. So no, it's not just people who unalive their parents. That's how society is, sadly. Whatever the popular opinion is, sometimes it's right, sometimes it's not. People don't care about people's real life experience. People don't care if they invalidate people.
What?
Which is why this is important, not just because of Munchausen by proxy, not just because of Gypsy, but it's because as a society, are we ever gonna break that? Are we ever going to break that? Are we ever going to break the normal thing to do as a society, tear people down? Are we ever going to break that? Why would we assume that Gypsy is lying based off of just what content creators say? Another one, I love when people okay, so she added,
it's not just what we say, we bring the proof when we say it.
Yeah.
There's proof, there's facts, hard, cold evidence. that backs up everything that we're saying.
Gypsy shared how she was like smelling into the pillow. I read a comment on my page on this post. I think it might have been that one. How like, oh, here we go. Never can keep the story straight. So just because Gypsy decided to privilege you with anything else of her story does not mean that she's changing the story. Like, she never said, it's not like she said, yeah, we went and played baseball before we went to bed instead of painting the nails. Like, we went and played baseball outside. No, did she say that? No, she said that she hugged her mom's pillow and smelled it. So that means that all the rest was a lie. Gypsy never had to share any bit of her story, but I can promise you there's parts of her story that you don't know.
Her smelling her mother's pillow and taking in her scent before her death just shows me how truly twisted and fucked up she is.
Yep.
The fact that she painted her mom's nails before, all of it. The pillow part is just more to the story. I don't know.
Oh, that I don't know, that no one knows. There's probably parts of Gypsy's story that she will never tell anyone.
I don't believe that.
And I don't even mean a part of it.
I don't believe that. I think she'd tell it all. If there was more to tell, she would do it.
Guts. Sorry.
She won't tell it all because it would out herself.
Yep.
Exactly.
Just saying. I don't believe she's high. I mean, if there was anything she could tell, she would tell it.
The crime, so don't jump to that. I'm talking about her abuse. There's probably things that Gypsy had to endure that she will never share with anyone because she just has it so deep inside of her, and that's just something that she's just not gonna, she may not ever let out. But just because she decides to let out another piece of her story doesn't mean that she's changing her.
But she'll talk about like her sex life in a book.
Yeah, yeah, and being graped and all this stuff with her pecan.
Yeah, that she's cool with, but there's stuff she's gonna keep close to the vest.
Yeah.
Come on, Bree. Think. I
Her
know it's
story.
hard, but try.
Yeah, it's very hard for her.
Her hugging a fucking pillow and smelling it doesn't change her story. It adds another detail that you did not know. Like, it's so, like, and this is what I mean. This isn't just about Gypsy. Like, what victim or survivor would want to tell society their story?
What victim goes on a reality show and puts cameras in their entire life? Quit.
Yeah, and is all smiley and happy and giddy and
She's loving the attention. She chose this. It's not like she came out without a choice. She had a choice.
All the comments. She's obsessed with herself and what people think of her.
Yep.
When that's how y'all, like, imagine if you find out that everything that Gypsy has said is really true and you were one of these people that are like dogging this girl every fucking day. Would you not feel like shit about it? I know I would.
Oh my God.
I know I would. And is money really worth? Because I know not all of you are out for money because some of you just follow the people. So just know that the people that you follow, they're out for money. And guess what? Money ain't everything. It ain't.
Again, while you have your Cash App link pinned to the top, because you do this for money, Bree, and that's supposed to be your friend. You would think you'd do it for free.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, got to pay that water bill somehow, though, right?
It's not. Money is not everything, which is why I don't do this for fucking money. All these people call me weird, this, weird, that. Yeah, I'm fucking weird because I'm defending a human being, because I'm defending my friend. No, y'all are fucking weird.
You're defending a lying murderer. You're a
perverted, deviant.
Yeah, twisted, deviant, lying murderer who lied on her mother because she didn't tell her mother until 2011 that she could actually walk. Jeez.
Because even if I didn't believe Gypsy's story, guess what? I would move on with my life.
No, you haven't.
Because there's not.
Then why haven't you done that? Move on with your life. We're going to still do our thing over here, but you're the one pressed. So you're the one who needs to move on with your life.
And if Gypsy was a real friend to you, she would be like, it's you know what, Brie, let's just enough. Go live your life.
Fucking dumb.
Get
Go
out of
touch
the
the
house,
grass.
touch grass, breathe in some fresh air, maybe take a walk.
Spend time with your loved ones.
I would not want a real friend of mine doing this.
No.
I would,
I think someone would have
Because
yanked the
Gypsy uses
Wi-Fi.
her, but she doesn't see it.
Right. One day she will, because a lot of people think that when Gypsy gets off parole, she's gonna dump Bree, and I think that might be
I
right.
think that might be coming, and I think she might know that.
All right, here we go.
Enough evidence. There's not any evidence to support what people say over there. Actually, none. But anyways, like Patty, come back when you find that, but you're not going to, so I don't want you to waste your time. But anyways, now let's move along. So these are the documents that Ivy Rose knows nothing, and Nina, the bully influencer, went over, okay? And let's get to some of these are just like...
All right, I want her to start reading these documents.
And by the way, they're acting like this is like new evidence. Y'all, let me tell you what this is.
There is absolutely evidence that has never been shown in these documents.
The FOIA just came out, so it's new to us. What is
Yes.
like,
There is another document out there where it goes over some of these videos, but never have we heard of this toothbrush video. Never have we heard of the one where she shows Nick she can walk. There's all of them. The one she sent to Dan with the toothbrush, all of that shit. This is all new information.
And it just gets grosser and more deviant and disturbing.
Yeah.
Is a part of Nick's appeal. That's what this is. All this whole thing, but it's important. But it's good to look at though, because you see the prosecution's reasoning behind why they didn't do the appeal, about why they didn't why they denied it. Okay, so that's what this is about. So what you need to go in, this is something they should have told you. Going into this, you should already know that this is Nick's defense. So it's going to be written, even though the prosecution's parts are in this, which is good because it makes it not so biased. But you need to understand that this is his defense fighting his case. So this is not evidence. There's evidence in this, okay? But you need to be able to separate the evidence from the argument, okay? So their argument is going to be in here. That doesn't mean their argument is true. That doesn't mean that is the fact.
Oh my God.
The evidence is also...
we talked about this yesterday. The argument has the evidence. The evidence is in there, Bree. Did you even read these actual documents? Because I don't think you did.
No.
You did not read these thoroughly, or you would shut the fuck up. Maybe that's why y'all are all going dark over there, because you feel fucking stupid. I'd feel real fucking
I would love to know the
dumb.
conversation they had about going dark. What
Right?
made you do that? It's funny.
Let's all not give them material.
Please stay dark. We would
Please,
prefer it. Yeah. It's much nicer.
It's a much nicer place to be. But they're not. I just checked out a profile, and they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Remember that time Bree said she was going to take a break from TikTok, and she was back. She was back the next day.
Yeah, that was a long video too about how she was looking around. She's going to clean the house. She's going to get her business started. She's going to spend time. No.
Mm-hmm.
Never happened.
Yep, never happened. Never happened. Next day, spurging out again.
Yep.
Also in here, there is some evidence in here, but
there's a lot.
One thing that Nina and Ivory didn't tell y'all is that you need to be careful when you're reading this, because this isn't all evidence. Most of it is the argument. And who decides if the argument is right? Not the person making the argument, right? It would be the judge, whoever is deciding whether he gets an appeal and whether he wins the appeal, okay? Exactly. The argument is an opinion. The evidence is in the exhibits. Exactly. And I haven't read through all of this, so there might be things that don't.
There you go, Bree. There's your first problem. You didn't even fucking read them, yet you're trying to sit here and say we're all full of shit. Oh, she pisses me off.
make Gypsy look so good. Like, it's not about that to me. And I'm sorry if most of the time that's what it ends up being. That proves my point is why we shouldn't, as a society, tear people the fuck down when we don't know if what we're saying is true. You know, like, remember this stuff, like people talking about her baby. Okay, Aurora, she is moving. Okay, y'all, we already live in a very like social media, like crazed world. Okay, so there are already kids that are 12 years old, 10 years old getting on social media. Imagine by the time Aurora gets, for all you know, they're going to be 8-year-olds on TikTok, okay, or whatever the platform may be. The internet is for fucking ever. Y'all are spreading these people for money, for temporary, because I don't think they are going to have longevity because that's not quality content. Eventually, the people that's watching them is going to move on because, like, they're not going to care about Gypsy forever. And what's going to happen? That temporary money is going to go away. Okay? So y'all are putting things out on the internet. The internet is forever. And then Aurora one day is going to see this shit. And that's fucked up.
Then her mother should have never murdered her mother. That's not our fault.
Gonna see it. We've said
And
that.
you know what else? It's not our fault that Gypsy chose this. She chose to put herself on social media, and now she has the baby on social media. Putting that baby on that live stream.
After she said she wouldn't.
Yeah. And she wrote that book for Aurora.
Dedicated
so
to
don't
her
blame
daughter.
it
It's
on us.
disgusting.
Yeah, it's sad. It is sad, Bree, that one day Aurora's going to find all of this, but it ain't our fault.
Before she's 18, even though Gypsy thinks that she's going to be 18.
Yeah, I just thought of that when I was like, oh my God, that poor kid is going to see and hear all of this.
Yeah, even if
There's
she
no-
doesn't find it on her own, someone at school will tell her, someone's parent will say it.
They can't shield her from it.
No.
It's terrible. And maybe if Gypsy would shut her yap,
Gypsy
it would have
should, if she really wanted it to stop, she would get the fuck off reality television.
Protect your daughter, leave.
Yeah, and get off social media. Go do something else.
Yes.
Think
Become a
about
productive member of society. Try that.
you should quit social media for your daughter so we don't have to talk about you anymore.
Please.
But I'm not going to stop until justice for Dee Dee. Bitch!
It's fucked up because it's full of lies. It's full of lies, all because y'all pretend like y'all care about a man that y'all don't care about. One thing Nina kept on saying yesterday was that, you know, they're silencing Nick's truth. He wants, and even Becca says that in the video. One secret that Nick's been holding on to. No. There's no secrets he's holding on to. He has said himself that he has not been silenced. He doesn't want to talk to y'all. He doesn't. He literally doesn't want to talk to y'all at all. The people that advocate for him, he does not even like them. He has made it very clear. If you go watch his shit, like I'll watch his shit and I'm not even like this huge Nick supporter. Like, am I against Nick? No, I have empathy for Nick because I feel like he grew up in maybe not the best environment and they didn't prioritize his mental health. But exactly, Aubrey, like, let me pin this.
Aubrey.
By ignoring him, they are silencing him. Exactly. Like, how many times do I have to tell people that he has said stop with the conspiracy theories, but they do not give a fuck? Because why? Because they don't care about Nick. They do not, like, I'm sorry, Pink Pony made shoes with Dee Dee's face all over them. Do you honestly think that anyone who truly supported Dee Dee would be making shoes with her face on them to sell to people for money?
What?
Like that. Let's be real.
Yeah. Good cause, and what's the problem?
Yeah. Mm.
And if we're going to get really real for a second, let's talk about, before we get into this, okay? Let's talk about this whole justice shit. Okay, for one, anyone who puts the hashtags justice for Nick, justice for Dee Dee in the same sentence, y'all are fucking weird.
All right, I'm skipping. Yeah, you're a fucking weird bitch.
Of course, like, it's pretty important. So, if anything, I would have went more in that angle. I think going with the autism angle is actually what caused Nick not to be able to get an appeal. With the
Let me rewind this.
I have been convicted of first-degree murder in armed criminal action and would have not been sentenced to life without probation or parole in 25 years. Now, they're going to mention it in here, but Nick was given the opportunity to take a plea deal, but he turns it down, and he says how many years he wants. Counsel was aware, or should have been aware prior to Nick's trial, was diagnosed with autism as an early second. Okay, so y'all can read this if y'all want, but it's all about just the autism. Elected to fourth, the diminished capacity defense. Okay. Diminished capacity. Y'all, he was never going to get that. Like, he did not have the best lawyers, in my opinion, because, like, this is a stupid like,
Nick would have absolutely qualified for diminished capacity defense.
You just said that was a stupid defense. Yeah, having autism is such a stupid defense. Brie.
Right.
Right.
Bree tries to downplay his autism constantly, and that's why I wanted to play this part, because you don't know shit about autism. Like, I don't even know shit about autism, but I do know that when you meet one autistic person, you're meeting one autistic person.
They're all different.
They're all different. Quit trying to put them all in a box. It pisses me off. Brian Koberger is autistic, and his IQ is 171, and he graduated with a master's degree with a 4.0 GPA, and he murdered 4 people. Oh my God.
I would have gone off of the fact that, like, I think that the person who interviewed him did not do that great of a job in the interrogation. What I mean by that is, like, when he didn't know, there was a part of his interrogation where she says, "Do you understand this?" And she's reading this, and he's like, "Does it mean like punishment?" And she's like, "It means like trick or like coercion." It was that coerce, and he doesn't even know like the definition of it. Okay, he doesn't say it correctly.
Is that not surprising?
And you're supposed to know everything that you're signing off on. That's
what? Am I hearing this right?
See, that's what I mean. She tries to make arguments that don't make sense. Like, she makes everything she says is just wrong.
The fuck?
coerce, and he doesn't even know like the definition of it. Okay, he doesn't say it correctly. So and you're supposed to know everything that you're signing off on. That's I would have went more with that. Like, I don't know where you can go with that. I don't know if you could throw that whole thing out and have to. I don't know, but
that is grounds for diminished capacity.
Exactly. She's helping him by saying that. So if he didn't know what it meant and he agreed to it, that would help his case. Hello?
Exactly.
Oh God, the stupidity is just
it's astounding.
And I award you no points.
All I know is that he should not have continued with that interrogation because he didn't know what. That's a pretty important word to know in an interrogation.
Exactly.
Course, like it's pretty important. So, if anything, I would have went more on that angle. I think going with the autism angle is actually what caused Nick not to be able to get an appeal.
What? Okay, you just said he should have went that angle. That angle is called autism. It's part of the diminished capacity. You just admitted he has a diminished capacity. He didn't even know how to say or what the word coerce meant.
Yeah.
You proved your own point, you dummy.
Uh-huh. Dumb.
In my opinion. Like, all the way they did it anyway. Because y'all gonna see as we're talking that, like, this is not, Nick wasn't just trying to save Gypsy. He was trying to fulfill a fantasy. And that is so evident in the last night of text messages. Like, you don't care about if you're being manipulated to do something, you don't care about what color the girl's fingernail polish is. You don't care about her being schmake. You don't care about her doing what he did to her after the murder. Like, those things would not come in.
What did he do to her?
Yeah, she said under oath that he did not grape her.
Yeah.
And what does this have to do with anything? I don't understand her line of thinking here. What is she talking about?
I don't know.
I'm confused.
And so, like, those wouldn't be on his mind. That wouldn't be on his mind. It would be to go in, if he really, especially if he didn't want to do it. This was something that, like, he really didn't want to do.
You know what else Gypsy wanted Nick to do was diddle her skittle on the bus. That's in the text messages. Yeah, that's in the text messages.
And they were going to start the soft anal before big time.
Yeah.
This is all coming
Nick
from
couldn't
Gypsy
even
first.
get it up. He couldn't even get it up the whole time. So,
Because she's ugly, so makes sense.
Yeah, her in
Just
that
felt
Cinderella outfit didn't really work.
he
do it
just kept
for him.
picturing that toothbrush and was like, ugh.
you know, y'all say he was manipulated. Like he would just went in and did it, right? And then left. Like, and usually when you unalive someone with the way he did it, usually that's like a crime of passion or it's personal. And so that's why a lot of people want to say, yeah, that's why Gypsy did it. Gypsy was in there. No, y'all, it's because it wasn't just for her. It was for him. It was personal in a different way. It wasn't personal in a sense that, well, I mean, it was personal in that way too, because he felt like this woman was hurting the person he loved. But it was also because it like he told someone he was in prison with, it made him feel, somebody said, how did it feel when you did it? And he said he felt it made him feel good. He wanted to experience that.
So we're gonna listen
No,
to
he
some other
didn't.
inmate over him? Okay.
Wait.
I don't
First
know
of
where
all,
this is, where
I
she
know, I never
pulled
heard that
from.
before.
Never said my mother's hurting me ever to him. It was our mother will never let us be together.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
she'll never let us be together. That's that. The other thing is, no, he never said. He said things like, oh, they really love this one. He's like, I waited 26 years to kill somebody. In my mind, that's not him waiting. He was planning and plotting because he had no history of violence. None. Never hurt an animal. In fact, was very pro animal and loved animals. He never had any proclivities for violence. Ever. He said, that's his cadence. That's how he says. It's like, I didn't do anything for 26 years and then I killed somebody. I mean, he basically kind of said that was kind of what he was saying. He didn't say he was waiting to kill somebody for 26 years. You got to read between the lines a little bit when it comes to Nick because he has a hard time with communication.
Yeah.
And there's a clip I can show you where Nick literally says, I tried to get Gypsy to explore that darkness with me. I tried. Meaning Gypsy was brought into that world, that darkness, that the stuff that he talked about. Because y'all, like, a lot of people get confused with BDSM or role play and like what that was. Okay. So in BDS, I'm not going to say the last letter. The submissive person is always the person in control. Okay?
Not according to those documents, because it clearly says Gypsy took over the dominant role and told him, read the documents, Bree. Shut your fucking face until you actually go read them.
She will, but she's looking at him from a completely different mindset.
She's so fucking dumb.
But I can't wait to hear the rebuttal.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Back later.
I know that sounds weird, right? But it's true. Wait, I'm clutching at straws. Can you tell me how? I'm more than we can have a conversation. But they're always in control. Why? Well, in an environment where that stuff is like really monitored, they have to make a boundary. They make the boundary. They pick a boundary, like a safe word. They will tell you what they don't do and don't like. And you have to respect that boundary. And let me tell you, I had a sister that was in that community, and you break that boundary one fucking time. That's it.
Was that a bondage
That's it.
community? No.
I can't believe she just put that information out there about her sister.
Why would you
Wait,
talk about
what? Her sister was in what community? I missed it.
BDSM.
BDSM.
Oh, okay.
Great. Girl. Keep some secrets. Keep some things close to the vest. I would as our sister. I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? You just said that.
Right.
Yeah, maybe not put that out there. Don't out that.
That's it. Like, you're out. Like, they won't even allow you to be a part of that community anymore. Midlife crisis, wrong. What you mean? Okay, but So yeah, and you'll hear through evidence, like whether it be the video descriptions or whether it be the text messages, that Gypsy is not in control, especially when it comes to the schmecks.
Wait, can you pause it?
Okay. So, anyways, counsel elected to put forth.
She literally says that the submissive is the one in control, and then she says, "But Gypsy wasn't in control." Like,
Yes, she
listen,
was. Read the documents.
but she
Read
just
the
never went
documents.
back on what she said. Like,
Right. Oh, but it makes me mad. They basically traded off. Ugh.
yeah.
Well, let's go past this. Evidence that the defendant did or did not suffer from mental illness or defect is admissible in criminal prosecution to prove that the defendant did or did not have state of mind, which is an element of the offense. But remember when Nick said before he went in, he thought, for 1 second, he thought, should I take her and run? And the next second, he said, no, this bitch is dead. He made a decision. He texted Gypsy and said, is your mom a light sleeper or a heavy sleeper? And when Gypsy said a light sleeper, he said, oh, I'm excited. I'm getting excited now. Does that sound like someone that was just so manipulated that just wanted so desperately to get out of this? No, it doesn't.
Read the
Okay.
document.
The trial court. I'm trying to.
Oh.
Okay, prior to the trial. I want to get to the parts that they went over yesterday that they manipulated. Okay, so they read all this. The record reflects that as early as October 2016, it was intent of the counsel to put forth a diminished capacity defense. Since counsel knew that Mr. Godejohn had been diagnosed with autism as a child and Asperger's syndrome in high school, and the Mr. Godejohn relationship with GYPSY Rose Blanchard was an important aspect of the case in regard to whether or not Mr. Godejohn was able to deliberate at the time of the offense. It was incumbent on counsel to, I might say word drawing, y'all, don't mind me, to investigate and present evidence from a qualified neuropsychologist who had expertise and experience in the area of autism spectrum. Instead, counsel chose to keep Dr. Franks on the case and to call him to testify Mr. Godejohn's mental disease or defect and his inability to deliberate at the time of the offense. Okay. At pretrial hearing, the prosecutor objected to defense calling Dr. Franks as a witness to support a defense of diminished capacity and argued that he should be excluded for late endorsement because Dr. Franks' report did not mention anything about the defendant's ability to form the mental intent required to commit the crime. Judge Holden informed trial counsel that he wanted to hear the testimony of Dr. Franks as part of his decision on whether or not Dr. Franks' testimony would be excluded at the trial. A hearing was set to hear defendant's offer of proof on Dr. Franks for November 30th. On November 30th, an offer of proof hearing was held on whether or not Dr. Franks could testify at the trial. During the hearing, the court asked the state whether or not they thought Dr. Franks was an expert. Mr. Patterson answered, I think in this particular case, there are grave issues with that, and that his testimony is more likely to mislead the jury given his lack of knowledge on that specific topic he's been called to testify about. To diminish capacity. Defense is because Dr. Franks was simply not clear to exhibit. Dr. Franks was testifying 44. And so it's the disorder has been known since the 1940s, but as research has accumulated, it's become okay, let's go through this. Of autism spectrum disorders and who has substantial practical experience in evaluating and treating individuals with autism spectrum, because they never provided enough evidence that is what the issue. Okay, because he did deliberate. Because the worst thing his lawyers could have done was let him do that interview. That's the worst thing they could have done, because in that interview, he clearly stated how he deliberated. That's what hurt him more than that expert. In fact, was able to.
All right, I hate to cut it off, but I got to skedaddle.
It's okay. We have something to look forward to.
I can't wait to see what comes. Triggering later.
Put out the recording I had of her, but now I feel like I should.
Should what?
I wasn't gonna put out the recording I had of her, but now
what
I
do
feel
you
like
have?
I should.
Which one is
I
it?
have the whole, well, not whole, but like hours and hours of that live stream.
The one I was just playing?
I'm pretty sure it's the same one, yeah.
Yeah. And guys, definitely check out Bree with dirty keyboards on TikTok. Her AIs, they are brilliant.
Hold
The
on.
last two are so good. I woke up I was like, I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in the morning.
What was it? Sorry.
It's
This?
yes, there's that one
Okay.
again.
Oh my god.
That's really
That's
short.
great.
that?
I'm a toothbrush. Do you like it?
It looks so good.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
Really good. I could dance in it, you know, like hang out, have a good time. Do I look like a toothbrush from the back? Wow, thank you, Beach. Who wants
That's
to brush their
hilarious.
fucking teeth?
Oh, what is that?
I'm a toothbrush.
Where's the other?
That's hilarious.
That one
All I'm
is
saying, they're gonna get away. I'm just. Knock, knock. Who's there? All I'm saying, they're.
How long will Bree's silent protest last? I think it's already over. Probably. If I had to
Yeah,
make a
after this, for
guess.
sure. It's gonna end right after this. As soon
Let's
as she
see.
sees this live stream.
She's gonna what?
I said it's gonna end as soon as she sees this live stream.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
gonna have to respond.
Oh, they're going to have a lot to talk about with us because you know.
Oh, look, her little dot is black, Breeze.
Yes, there it is. Exactly.
I haven't
But
even
it
noticed.
says-
I don't go to any of their pages really.
I don't either, but when I heard about it, I went and looked.
Yeah. When you
Good,
do-
stay silent because you sound stupid every time you open your fucking mouth.
Yes, and trust. Well, they think that they give us material. No, we have plenty of material to talk about.
Oh
You
yeah,
guys
I can talk about lots of things, but I'm gonna talk about Gypsy when I'm gonna talk about whatever the fuck I feel like talking about. Okay?
Tell me what to do.
Hello, Nico Moon. All right, guys, I gotta head out. Thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate it per usual. Yes, I'll see y'all tonight at Morbids.
Yeah, definitely.
Be there or be square. I'm pretty sure he's going live
Yeah,
tonight.
he said earlier in the week that he was doing Friday, so
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
See you guys there. Thank
All right,
you.
bye, Nicole.
Chat. Love
bye,
you.
Starlight, bye Nicole, bye Chet.
Bye, Haiti. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, y'all check out Becca Scoops' new video. We'll start going over more of these documents. There's a lot of pages and a lot to read. Ivory Rose, Nose, and Nina have been going through them almost every night. So check them out. They're over on TikTok. And until then, I'll probably see you guys sometime next week, but I will be over at Morbids tonight, so I'll catch you guys over there if you head on over there tonight. There's probably so much to talk about. All right, I love you guys. I appreciate you for being here. It means a lot to me that you just show up, and please hit that thumbs up. Leave your DNA on the thumb over there. It helps with the algorithm and all that good stuff. For the replay crew, shout out. I love you guys. Love reading your comments. And I'll see you guys. Have a great weekend. See you at Morbids and love you so much. Bye, everybody. A disclaimer that I don't have all that much time today. Got a little bit of time today.
This beat is going to drop in 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's fair game, right? Bye, everybody.